Okay. So let's see here now. "29 minutes. Hello, Edgar. Nice to see you back here. Pretty excited for GPT-5. Hope it will be in the API from the start. Yeah, me too. I went over there now just to check. I guess there are no early releases. Hello, Scott. Nice to see you here. Sten Tulud, nice to see you. Richard. Pretty excited, right? About the new release. At least I am. It's been a while. When was GPT-4? Hello, Dima. Mark. Nice to see you. Arsuni, Unreal Link. Nice to see you back. Yeah, I agree, Mark. Hello, Nereus. Sebastian, nice to see you here. Pretty excited. GPT-4 release. So that was over 2 years ago. Hello, MS, Adam, Pixie, nice to see you all. So, GPT-4, March 14th, 2023. Camille, nice to see you. RZ LV, nice to see you back. Tupakula, hello. Poland, good. So, it's been over 2 years since they did like a number upgrade. That's pretty crazy. Hello, Mark Turkston. Yeah, I'm gonna live stream, do like a watch along. That's my plan. II, nice to see you. Charlie. Here are some more results from the local GPT OSS. Really nice in open code with the tool fine-tune. Okay, I'm gonna try it out tomorrow, Edgar. Hello, Jess from LA. Good morning, I guess. Control plus dad plus son. Nice to see you here. Today is the launch here, Paolo. Solvis, hello from Latvia. Thanks, Rish. Appreciate it. Creative art, it's in, let me see, 26 minutes. Live a little, nice to see you here. Yeah, I guess it's the morning on the west coast now of US. OSS doing with agentic tool use, agentic tool usage. So I guess Edgar has been testing it out. So I'm probably gonna try out tomorrow, but I'm gonna be pretty busy with GPT-5 anyway, I guess. Hello, Adebayo. Good to have you here. Rish, what will you be doing in this video? Basically, I'm just gonna watch and do some commenting, and if you wanna watch on your own, and people can react in the chat, right? That is basically the idea. People wanna meet somewhere to watch it together. That was the idea. I asked earlier this week on stream, and people wanted to do it. Hello, Chem. $100 sub like Anthropic. That would be cool, right? I think there are some rumors about this $200 pro subscription gonna continue or something. I'm in Norway, creative art. Louis P, hello. Christian Rosa, nice to see you. As far as local tool calling, we might have something good with the 20B model. Cool. So it's pretty crazy to think about that. It's been over 2 years since a new number update on the GPT models. I was for sure expecting it's gonna be sooner than August 25. when they released GPT-4. But I guess they took their time. Hello, Otto. The $200 sub is useless right now in OPI. Yeah, I agree. 86 SEE from Hong Kong. Hello from Denmark. Uniel Quest. Serkan, nice to see you back. So, hello Blizzard. I thought I was gonna do a poll, right? Look, what is like the most? Isn't it the humanities exam benchmark? Something like this. They always refer to this. Do they have like a leaderboard here? I'm not quite sure. I guess. So I thought we can do like April 23rd. Where is that benchmark? I'm not quite sure where to find it. Hello Kamal. Jake, nice to see you back. Hello Geir. Yeah, I'm Norwegian. Jeg er norsk. Do you use Claude Code for a task? Chem, yeah, lately I've been basically switching from Cursor to Claude Code. So mostly Claude Code. Other bio, it's in, let's see, about 20 minutes. I thought I could just start the stream a bit earlier. Hello, Vidrik. Redrick, nice to see you back. Hi, Edgar. If you can do English, will be better for our people in chat. But nice to see you here. Freakazoid and Mario. Yeah, I kind of jumped the gun, didn't I? But I just wanted to get this stream going. There's nothing else to do, is it? Can you handle using Sonnet, or are you just giving it token-wise and spamming Opus? So I kind of do in Claude Code, I kind of do models, and I do kind of... I set it to Sonnet, and if I'm going to do something else, I'm just going to switch to Opus. If I don't do that, I just burn my Opus tokens right away. Right. Thanks, Kamal, appreciate it. GU, nice to see you here. GPT-5 API will be same price as O3. That could be good. O3 API price. I always forget these pricings, right? So O3 is 2 in, 8 out. Ooh, that's gonna be pretty. I will be surprised if it's that cheap. Alright. So, what is a benchmark they probably gonna refer GPT-5 to? What do you guys think? Is it gonna be that humanities last exam? Where do I find that? It's not updated. Would be nice to do a poll what people think the benchmark is gonna be for one of the toughest. Do you think they're gonna do Arc AGI? Arc AGI, okay. Which version? They posted some benchmarks. They crushed LTA2 benchmark. Is there any official rankings on that? I'm not quite sure. Arc AGI. Yeah, they're just gonna do it against their own model. I agree with that. Hello, Alan. Fabian, nice to see you here. Does anyone know of any comparisons for Claude Code? Sonnet 4 versus on via the API or per day use? Yeah, I'm not quite sure, Sebastian. Yeah, there are some leaks. I had a look at, I went to Reddit now, and there's like a bunch of different leaks here. Right, so here's one. GPT-5 will represent nearly 25% increase in version number over GPT-4, whatever that means. It's kind of hard to... I saw GitHub made a big mistake, right? GitHub, I think they actually leaked the model names. That's pretty crazy. How did they do that? I saw this. Arc 2 is pretty low in numbers. Yeah. Grok 4 beating 2.5 Pro at Google Chess benchmark. Yeah, I think I saw a YouTube video on that, Chem. Hello, Kirill from Macedonia. Comparisons with Opus 4.1. I guess we're gonna, in the next few days, we're gonna get like a lot of updates. I think. All leaks are intentional. Yeah, they could be that. Of course, they wanna leak something to hype it up, right? Let's do, I have a poll I wanna run. So let's do a poll. GPT-5 prediction. I'm gonna do disappointing as expected over surprised. So what do people think? Do you think it's gonna be disappointing or as you expect, or you will get surprised? There's been so much leaks now anyway, I guess. So I think it's just gonna be as expected. I'll be surprised if I get really surprised by the stream. Curious if they can consolidate O and GPT models. GPT-5 can be used in AVS. I don't know, maybe. I'm not sure. I'm expecting GPT-5 to be really smart about switching the best model for the task at hand. Hello Ken, nice to see you. Tim, do you like choosing your model or Omni model with no choice? It's gonna be exciting to see if they're gonna do that routing experiment they talked about. Is it gonna be just one up in the model picker here? Is it gonna be just GPT-5 and maybe some other things? I'm not quite sure. Yeah, Mustafa, the prices are kind of climbing up if you want kind of the premium plans. It's getting expensive. Hello, Christian. Nice to see you. Surprised if you're surprised. Yeah, yeah, as expected, Tony. I kind of agree. So the leaks from here were the kind of leaks from GitHub. GitHub did like a post today, I think. Hello, Tirapa. Nice to see you. Arya. So this is kind of the leaks GitHub did. So it's gonna be a GPT-5, a mini, a nano, and a chat. I don't know quite what they mean by chat, but I guess... Is that gonna be non-reasoning, do you think? Maybe. Ahmed, nice to see you here. We are gonna watch the OpenAI stream in 14 minutes. It's highly anticipated. 23,000 people waiting in the stream. Maybe chat is also for voice. Yeah, that might be it. Chat might be the main interface. Yeah, that could be it. It's gonna be interesting to see how they're gonna redesign kind of their ChatGPT page here. I think they're gonna get rid of this model picker here. It's getting really hard to use. It's not so very user-friendly anymore for new users, and I basically only use O3 though, but... How to run 120 gigabyte models locally? Well, creative art, you kind of need some good hardware then. Can't tell you exactly how much you need, but probably a lot. Maybe 48? I'm not quite sure. Hello Edgar, Ken, nice to see you here. I'll be so pissed if they release GPT-5 preview for a couple of months as always. I wouldn't be surprised, Cam. Hey Nick. They usually like to do that if you go to the playground here. They like to do the previews, right? They usually do that. Hello, Night Spider. Okay, so let's end this one. So, pretty everyone think it's gonna be around as expected. Who thinks GPT-5 in API only for Pro? This is kind of... I hope not. Or I guess maybe it's not Pro. It's like tiered, isn't it? I kind of wanted to try out the API today, but we'll see. Maybe not. Sama is always overhyping with safety. Yeah. Just watch a video for Jeff Geerling about AI clustering. Early infant stage of the vertical scaling is the game. Hello Andrew, Codex. So I need to test the sound, but I kind of did like a plugin here. So when the stream starts, I can just kind of adjust the sound here, so we get it right for most people. You think Nano for free? Nano for free. I'd be kind of upset, Brianna, if it was only for Pro. They can't do that, right? They've been hyping this GPT-5 for so long now. If it's just gonna be for Pro rolling out over the next 3 weeks, that's gonna be annoying, right? Codex, yeah, starting in 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Are we gonna get the Supernatural 30 AI now with the showcase a good while ago, David? Maybe they bring back the Scarlett Johansson voice. Hey Nick. Yeah, I can do that. I'm kind of reworking my repo anyway now, so I can just do it. We can look at it maybe tomorrow or something. We'll figure it out. Congratulations, Cam. So it's gonna be... Okay, so now... Okay, so let's test the sound now. I'll probably need my earphones. Yeah, I'll check it. I'm just gonna test it out. TikTok. Okay, so let's test the sound now. So, can I do like a comment here, or is it too... Is that too loud? Should I turn down my mic a bit? Works fine? Okay. Okay, I need to... Yeah, I can't do full screen yet. A bit too loud? Okay, so most people think it's fine. Sounds good. Okay, that's great. We can just adjust it while we go anyway. Doesn't matter too much. Yeah, these live streams are a bit... They are a bit strange, the formatting. Well, let's see when... Hello, Banks. Nice to see you. So, Sam Altman confirms the live stream will be about an hour long. So they probably had a lot to talk about. Too loud? Okay, I can turn it down a bit. For now. And I will put it up again when they start talking. Right. This will be a marginally disappointing for people. Norman's brains are getting a major upgrade. Yeah, I think actually... I think it's gonna be overall like a win for most people anyway. Maybe they'll do a GPT-5 Pro. I think so. I think I saw something about a GPT-5 Pro tier, right? I don't know where I saw it, but somewhere. I think it was here. So Pro is gonna be access to GPT-5 with Pro reasoning or something. But we'll see. It's just minutes anyway. Hello, Roy. Sid, nice to see you here. Yeah, we're gonna get a Pro, right? They need that. AGI or bust. Ja, det stämmer, Codex. I don't really understand the formatting on live streams. It's a bit strange. You can't really... I haven't streamed a live stream before. It's a bit different than other videos. But I guess it's fine. What are you most excited about at GPT-5? I think I'm most excited about... so for me, like overall, it's just gonna be... If it's really good, it's just gonna keep the acceleration going, right? If this is like a leap, we're just gonna get more competition. And I think that's what's most exciting. And of course, if they can compete with Anthropic for coding, it could be also good for the overall... Yeah, I tried F11. It doesn't... It's very strange. Second part of the live stream will be for developers. Okay, so that's probably gonna be the API then. Let me just test and see if there is...
Say we're able to get to that.
Yeah, it's just a live stream because this video goes full screen. But the live stream is kind of like a special formatting. I don't know why. Okay, so countdown 3 minutes. I guess I can turn up the sound a bit. Yeah, 1 million context window. I didn't think of that. Let's ask for that. 1 million context plus. Who thinks it's gonna be over 1 million contacts? $10 million. Infinite. That would be cool. No way 1 million. So the spicy sausage has not a hope. 1 million contacts means nothing if the model can't keep up. That's true, Luke. But for some tasks, I sometimes only use... I guess if the 1 million context window doesn't really... if it doesn't work as intended, there's no point. If they give a larger memory for longer horizon independent tasks, would be a game changer. Yeah, I hope to see something about like long-running tasks. That would be cool. Hello, Alexei. Pascal. Yeah, would be a bit disappointing with 256 or something, right? Free Sora. Don't really care. 1 minute the lights off, yeah. I do remember when 32K was... when I started in like GPT-3 beta, I think the context window was like 2K or 4K. Yeah, it's probably gonna be like... I'd be surprised if I'm very surprised. It's probably gonna be as expected. How is the sound, by the way? Should we turn it up a bit, or? Just let me know when they start talking. Okay, here we go.
Good morning. 32 months ago, we launched ChatGPT. And since then, it has become the default way that people use AI. In that first week, 1 million people tried it out. And we thought that was pretty incredible. But now, about 700 million people use ChatGPT every week and increasingly rely on it to work, to learn, for advice, to create, and much more. Today, finally, we're launching GPT-5.
Yay.
GPT-5 is a major upgrade over GPT-4 and a significant step along our path to AGI.
Nice.
Now, today, we're going to show you some incredible demos. We'll talk about some performance metrics. But the important point is this. We think you will love using GPT-5 much more than any previous AI. Okay. It is useful, it is smart, it is fast, and it's intuitive. GPT-3 was sort of like talking to a high school student. There were flashes of brilliance, lots of annoyance, but people started to use it and get some value out of it. With GPT-4, maybe it was like talking to a college student. Real intelligence, real utility. But with GPT-5, now it's like talking to an expert, a legitimate PhD-level expert in anything, any area you need, on demand, that can help you with whatever your goals are. And we are very excited that you'll get to try this. But it's not only asking now. GPT-5 can also do stuff for you. It can write an entire computer program from scratch to help you with whatever you'd like. And we think this idea of software on demand is going to be one of the defining characteristics of the GPT-5 era. It can help you plan a party, send invitations, order supplies. It can help you understand your healthcare and make decisions on your journey. It can provide you information to learn about any topic you'd like, and much more. This is an incredible superpower on demand that would have been unimaginable at any previous time in history. You get access to an entire team of PhD-level experts in your pocket, helping you with whatever you want to do. And anyone, pretty soon, will be able to do more than anyone in history could. So today, we're going to talk about GPT-5. We'll show you some upgrades to ChatGPT, and we'll talk about the API. GPT-5 is great for a lot of things, but we think it's going to be an especially important moment for businesses and developers, and we're very excited to see what they're going to build with this new technology. So we can't wait for you all to start building with this. We hope you enjoy it as much as we enjoyed building it for you. And to start, I'm going to hand it over to my colleague Mark, our Chief Research Officer, to tell you about GPT-5. Thank you.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Mark, and I'm joined by Max, who leads the post-training team, and Rennie from our engineering team. Over the past few years, OpenAI has spearheaded the reasoning paradigm. These are models which pause to think before delivering more intelligent responses. Now, reasoning is at the heart of our AGI program, and it underlies the technology that we use to ship stuff like ChatGPT Agent and deep research. GPT-5 aims to bring this breakthrough to everyone. Until now, our users have had to pick between the fast responses of standard GPTs or the slow, more thoughtful responses from our reasoning models. But GPT-5, it eliminates this choice. It aims to think just the perfect amount to give you the perfect answer.
Okay.
Now, something like this takes a lot of hard work. We've had to do a lot of research to make GPT-5 the most powerful, the most smart, the fastest, the most reliable, and the most robust reasoning model that we've shipped to date. Today, we're going to show a series of demos in coding, in writing, in learning, and in health. But GPT-5 isn't limited to these domains. It's very useful in all cases where you require deep reasoning or expert-level knowledge, in things like math, in physics, even in things like law. And the exciting thing is, we're excited to make this available to everyone, even to our free tier. After we show our demos, we're going to be talking about how GPT-5 supercharges our ChatGPT app and our API. We believe that GPT-5 is the best coding model on the market today. To start, let's have Max talk a little bit about the benchmarks and how the models stack up.
Yeah, thanks, Mark. So as Mark said, we think GPT-5 is by far our smartest model ever. So let's start by talking through some evals. Now, evals aren't everything, and they don't tell you everything about a model, but they can highlight its intelligence. And GPT-5 performs exceptionally well on a range of academic evals across subjects. It outperforms both our previous models and other models on the market. So picking up first on the theme of coding, GPT-5 sets a new high on SWE-bench, which is an academic eval that tracks performance on real software engineering tasks.
What do you guys think?
Now, this, again, is an eval, but we think it will reflect the model's performance in the real world. GPT-5 also performs very well on Aider Polyglot, which measures its ability to implement complex functionality in a variety of different programming languages. Now, beyond coding, GPT-5 performs exceptionally well at multimodal reasoning, setting a new high on MMMU, actually outperforming both our previous models and most human experts on this task. This is basically a visual reasoning domain where you are asked to, from an image, figure out what's going on. GPT-5 is also excellent at mathematical reasoning, as shown by its performance on AMY 2025. Now, this is an exam that American high school students take to qualify for the International Mathematical Olympiad, and GPT-5 performs exceptionally well, again, beating our previous models and other models that are out there. Now, moving beyond academic evals and more towards some real-world use cases, we put a lot of work into making GPT-5 the most reliable and accurate model in the world. Language models historically have been plagued by hallucinations, factual errors, that make it hard to rely on their outputs for actually important tasks. For GPT-5, we made improving factuality, especially on open-ended or complex questions, a priority. We also built a set of new evals to track this, and we're very happy to report that GPT-5 is by far our most reliable, most factual model ever. GPT-5 also performs exceptionally well on health-related questions. Now, health is a big part of how people get value from ChatGPT in the real world. We'll talk about this later on in the live stream. But again, we're very happy to report that GPT-5 is by far our most reliable model for health yet. So all of this together adds up to a model that is faster, more reliable, and more accurate for everyone who uses ChatGPT. So now Rennie will talk to you about how to actually use GPT-5.
Thanks, Max. The best part is that we're bringing this frontier intelligence to all users. GPT-5 is rolling out today.
Okay, that's nice, at
free
least.
plus pro and team users. And next week, we'll roll it out to enterprise and EDU.
Okay, that's good.
For the first time, our most advanced model will be available to the free tier. Free users will start with GPT-5, and when they hit their limit, they'll transition to GPT-5 Mini, a smaller but still highly capable model.
Okay.
It actually outperforms O3 on many dimensions. Plus users will still have significantly higher usage than free users, and our Pro subscribers will get unlimited GPT-5, along with GPT-5 Pro, extended thinking for even more detailed and reliable responses when you just need that extra depth. Team, enterprise, and EDU customers can also use GPT-5 reliably as their default model for everyday work, with generous rate limits that enable entire organizations to use GPT-5. And all the tools you already know, search, file and image upload, data analysis with Python, Canvas, image generation, memory, custom instructions, they'll all just work on GPT-5.
EU is not
Thank you so
getting
much,
it today?
Max. Thank you
Really?
so much, Rennie. We've just seen a lot about how the model stacks up in terms of benchmarks, but there's nothing quite like seeing it live. We're going to see a couple of live demos now presented by Tina, by Elaine, and Jan. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I guess we could just use the VPN, right?
Elaine, can you show us how smart the model is?
Sure, thanks so much, Mark. I'm Elaine, reasoning ChatGPT's ability to think deeply through complex problems is now built into GPT-5. It will automatically think whenever needed, delivering a more comprehensive, accurate, and detailed answer to you. Just as Sam said, it's like having a team of PhDs in your pocket. So let's see that in action. Suppose your kid is in middle school physics and they want to learn about Bernoulli effect. They need your help with their homework, and you might be like, wait, I might need some help with that too. So you could ask GPT-5, give me a quick refresher on the Bernoulli effect and why airplanes are the shape they are. Since this is a pretty straightforward prompt, GPT-5 actually doesn't need extra time to think about it and answers right away. But it still gives me a high-quality answer and explains the concept clearly. So here it says, like, Bernoulli effect means like faster-moving fluid has lower pressure and slow-moving fluid has higher pressure. So to make this even more helpful, I'm going to ask GPT-5 to create a moving demo to illustrate this. So I could ask, explain this in detail.
I think EU is going to get it, right?
And create a moving SVG in the Canvas tool to show me. This is a pretty complex task because now GPT-5 actually needs to build the visual. Therefore, GPT-5 takes a moment to think through the answer so you can come back with something more comprehensive and accurate.
Yeah, let's see the
What's
SVG
really
now.
nice is that you don't need to remember to turn on thinking each time. GPT-5 will do it for you automatically whenever the task benefits from deeper reasoning. If you really want to make sure that GPT-5 uses thinking, you can either say something like, think hard about this in the prompt to guide the model, or if you're a paid user, you can choose the GPT-5 thinking model from the model picker.
Yeah, that's the Claude
Now you can see that
tricks.
the model is actually writing the front-end code to build the demo I asked for. So Christina, have you ever done some front-end coding before?
Yeah, actually the last time I touched any front-end coding was about 3 years ago for the first demo of ChatGPT.
Wow, so it's the first ChatGPT. That's where it all begins. Tell us more about it.
It wasn't even called ChatGPT then. I think it was called Chat with GPT.
That's a really good name.
Always good at naming. But I'm not a front-end expert, and I really hadn't touched front-end in quite a while, so it took me quite a bit of time to get the React app up.
I see, that's a lot of work. So how long did it take you to build something like that?
Honestly, maybe embarrassing to admit, like a week.
Well, but your weeks of hard work actually paid off well. See how successful ChatGPT it is today after your first demo. So you know what? I'm also building a demo right now, but luckily I have GPT-5 with me right now, and let's see how long it will take this time.
Maybe you should call it 5 with GPT.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So you see that GPT-5 has already written like more than 200 lines of code already. And while the model is thinking, you can also tap here to expand the chain of thought to actually see what's going on under the hood. For example, the GPT-5 was thinking about, oh, the user wants a moving SVG visualization in Canvas. I actually need to create HTML code to do that. It also thinks about like what kind of front-end tool I need to use, for example, React and Tailwind. It also thinks about,
I agree,
I need to ensure the physics are accurate. I need to check what the Bernoulli principle is. So Christina, since you're here from the first day of ChatGPT, can you tell us like what it was like at that time and what motivated ChatGPT?
Yeah, I think at the time we weren't really sure about like how people would actually use it and what use cases were important. We were even going back and forth about maybe we should be releasing something that's like more specific to a certain use case. And it's really cool now here that we have all these. We have a much better understanding of how people actually want to work with chat, and we can actually optimize the model for those use cases, like coding.
Yeah, exactly. Do you still remember how it felt like when you first talked to ChatGPT, like the first version of the model?
Yes. I don't know if people remember when the first version of ChatGPT would always start, as an AI model, I can't do something, something. And it's so great to see how far we've come from that personality.
Yeah, it's much more human-like right now. Okay, so it's already done. So look like ChatGPT just finished like 300 or we're near 400 lines of code in 2 minutes. So let's see if the code can actually run. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Yeah. So with just a simple prompt, GPT-5 created this interactive and engaging demo that I can actually play with.
Right?
So I can actually change the airspeed here to see how the lift and the pressure change accordingly. I can also tweak the angle of attack to see if my plane will actually fly or crash.
I hope not.
Yeah. So GPT-5 can just bring any hardcore concept to life in moments. Imagine you can use this for anything that you're interested in, whether it's math, physics, chemistry, or biology. GPT-5 just makes learning so much more approachable and enjoyable.
Thanks, Elaine. I've been a part of ChatGPT since day one, and it's really cool to see all the progress we made since then, especially with capabilities like writing. Writing is one of the most common use cases people have been using ChatGPT for, and we're excited to say with GPT-5, we've improved the writing quality significantly. It's a much more effective partner. It can help you elevate anything from drafts to emails and even stories. Let's see this in action. So with GPT-5, we'll actually be deprecating all of our previous models. I think they've done a pretty good job, so let's make sure we can give them a proper goodbye. So we're going to ask both 4o and GPT-5 to write a eulogy to our previous ChatGPT models. We want it to be heartfelt and heartwarming, but also hopeful. So let's ask GPT-5 for it. And as it's thinking, we're actually going to go ahead and read the 4o response. So 4o decides to start with, today, as we prepare to welcome GPT-5 into the world, we gather to bid a heartfelt farewell to the models that came before. It's a decent start. Now, let's kind of skim through and find another line.
Yeah,
Your words
Fabian,
reached across the globe, building connections where there had been none. I personally don't really like this line because it's rather generic and really without the previous context, it just feels like it could be about anything and feels more like a templated response. Now, let's go back to GPT-5 to see what it's given us.
$100 million from Suk as she speaks, yeah.
It starts with friends, colleagues, curious strangers who became regulars. Even with this just first line here, we can see that GPT-5 has a lot more rhythm and beat to its prose than 4o did.
We can do
now let's find some other lines here. I actually like this. These models help millions write first lines, last lines, bridge language gaps, pass tests, argue better, soften emails, and say things they couldn't quite say alone. I really like this line because it shows that it's not just a templated response, and it's actually quite personal, and it gets the nuance of the situation right. And I think that's the kind of stuff that GPT-5 does much better than 4o than before. It actually makes things a lot more genuine and emotionally resonant with people.
Yeah, agreed, John. This is quite,
with GPT-5,
not for me,
the responses feel less like AI
quite
and more like you're chatting with your high IQ and EQ friend.
Thanks, Christina. My name is Jan, and I'll be telling you about some of the progress that we made on coding. GPT-5 is clearly our best coding model yet. It will help everyone, even those who do not know how to write code, to bring their ideas to life.
Okay, coding now, that's good.
Indeed, and it will help me right now. So I will try to show you that. I will actually try to build something that I would find useful, which is building a web app for my partner to learn how to speak French so that she can better communicate with my family. So
another web app.
Here I have a prompt. I will execute it. It asks exactly what I just said. Please build a web app for my partner to learn French. One thing to note is that GPT-5, just like many of our other models, has a lot of diversity in its answers. So what I like doing, especially when you do this type of vibe coding, is to take this message and ask it multiple times to GPT-5, and then you can decide which one you prefer. So I'm going to open a few tabs.
That's cool, Edgar.
Just going to paste there. Great. So while it's working on it, let's read through exactly the prompt I wrote. Create a beautiful and highly interactive web app for my partner, an English speaker.
GPT are always an idiot. Yeah, they always.
And then I gave a little bit more details.
4o down.
Track her daily progress. Use a highly engaging theme. Oh, it's already working. I'm going to.
So we picked React.
On the side for now. Use a highly engaging theme. Include a variety of activities like flashcards and quizzes that she can interact with. And then to make it even more fun for her, I actually asked GPT-5 to embed an educational game, which is based on the old Snake game. But I asked to add this French touch to it, which is to replace the snake with a mouse and the apples with cheese. And to make sure that it's educational, every time, I know it's complicated, please bear with me.
Yeah, I agree,
every time the mouse will eat a piece of cheese, I ask GPT-5 to voice over a new French word so that my partner can practice the pronunciation.
I can see how much you want her to learn.
Indeed. Great. So GPT-5 is still working on it.
Yeah.
It already wrote 240 lines of code, which honestly is much more than what I would have written in that time. And
Yeah, front-end code's super hard. You know, you miss a couple things and it just doesn't work.
Exactly.
I hope we still
But the
have
good part is that you don't need
like
to
the
understand any of
O3
that right
with
now.
the web search. I really
so
like
just
that.
let it through. Maybe
But
we can
maybe
check
that's just me.
the other tabs.
I enjoyed O3.
Oh, wow.
So I can simply press run code. So I'll do that and cross my fingers. Whoa.
Oh,
nice.
I really
Voila. So we have a nice
Not too bad.
nice website. Name is Midnight in Paris.
Oh, I
Learn
love that.
together.
So romantic.
We also see a few tabs: flashcards, quiz, and mouse and cheese. Exactly
The
like I asked
gradient
for.
is pretty good.
I will play that. So this says le chat, which says the cat. Sorry.
Le chat.
Le chat.
Well, that's pretty good pronunciation.
What does that mean?
The cat.
Oh.
So I can reveal and check if GPT-5 is correct. It is. So if I press next, oh, and I don't know if you saw, I think it actually updated the progress bar.
Same gradient.
Which is
Yeah,
exactly what I had
remake
asked
stuff.
for. Let's check the quiz.
It's a nice
Here is the word
gradient.
non, which is no.
Pretty
so if
cool
I press
app,
on
though.
it,
I
bien
would say.
joué, which
Pretty
means
good.
congrats.
Pretty cool.
And it updated the progress bar again. And let's check the mouse and cheese tab. Okay, that seems like a mouse. Here's the cheese. I'm going to try to play it.
It's not
can't
really
promise I'm going to be good at it. Okay,
testing
seems
any
to be
big.
working.
It's mostly like a UI test.
La gare.
Oh,
Un café.
indeed, just when I eat the cheese,
Le chat.
it gives me a new French word. It's actually super
Le beurre.
complicated, and I already lost. I'm sorry.
Are you guys
but let's
impressed?
just check a few other tabs just to see what is the type of diversity that GPT-5 can give you.
Yeah, I agree, Hillary.
So I can run the code here.
I think this is Horizon.
Oh, okay, that's not my favorite, but it seems it's. Oh, it seems that I can maybe switch.
Nothing
Oh,
new.
look at that.
Oh, nice.
That's better.
I want to
like
be
this mouse
blown
game better.
away,
yeah,
right?
this. I don't know. That doesn't look like a cat.
I'm not
like,
blown away
yeah,
yet.
like a mouse. But
Are you?
let's check maybe the third one. You know, sometimes it's not great. The good thing with GPT-5 is that if you have something that you don't like, you can just ask it to change it, and it will do it for you. Let's check this one. Oh, that's nice. That's also something to note is that GPT-5 really likes purple, so you will see a lot of that.
It's fine. Purple is my favorite color.
Great. You will love GPT-5 then.
Yeah, me too, Polo.
So, as we just saw, in a few minutes, GPT-5 built a few demos
The
for us
Chinese are
and for my
laughing, yeah,
partner to learn
probably.
Whole. GPT-5 really
But
opens up
let's
a
give
whole
them
new
some
world
time now.
of vibe coding. And as we saw, there will be some small rough edges, but the good thing is that you can ask GPT-5 to fix them. GPT-5 really
Yeah, agree,
brings
Michael.
the power of beautiful and effective code to everyone.
Agree, Max.
I can't wait to see what people will build with it. But until then, back to you, Mark.
Thank you so much, Tina. Thank you so much, Elaine. Thank you so much, Sean. We've come a long way from the days where only 5 to 10 lines of code were working. And now it's amazing that you can produce these kind of apps on demand. We've made ChatGPT-5 much smarter, much powerful, and much faster.
I'll give you a
But
link,
we've also worked
Max,
on enhancing some of
after
the
the
existing
parts.
features. Here to talk about some of these features are Rochen and Christina Kaplan.
Yeah, I agree. No GPT-4 moments yet.
Rochen comes from our multimodal research team and is going to talk about a feature, namely voice.
Thank you, Mark. So we've been steadily improving voice over the past year to make it more useful for everyone. First, it sounds incredibly natural, just like you're talking to a real person. Second,
Yeah,
we've
I
added
agree,
video
Loopy.
so that it sees what you
This
see while chatting
announcement,
with you.
if
Third,
it's for
it also
everyone.
translates between languages
It's not a
consistently and
dev-focused
smoothly across
release.
turns. But today, we're doing something very special. We're bringing our best voice experience to everyone. Free users can now chat for hours, while paid subscribers can have nearly unlimited access. And voice is also available in custom GPT. Plus, subscribers now can custom tailor
Yeah, I
the voice
kinda agree,
experience
Edgar.
exactly to
Some,
their need. It will follow your instruction closely. Let's try something fun.
Excited.
Yeah, the Arc AGI could be interesting.
So I can ask the voice model to give me a comprehensive answer, a concise one, or even just a single word. Hey, chat, could you only answer to me in one word, please, from now?
Absolutely.
Okay. Describe the plot of the book Pride and Prejudice.
Relationships.
Okay, that's true. Yeah. Give me a piece of wisdom.
Patience.
patience. So that's the word of wisdom from our voice model. And I think our model is trying to say, thank you for your patience waiting for GPT-5. Now, let's move on to something more practical. Learning is a top use case for our voice model. People love to use it to dive deep into topics, get quiz before exams, or learn new languages. For me, I've been learning Korean recently, and I found that speaking it and understanding it incredibly challenging. But let's see how voice can help. To do that, I will enable this study and learn mode. It's a new mode feature we launched in ChatGPT that guides you step by step towards deeper understanding of the subject. Now we can enter voice. Hey chat, I'm learning Korean. Could you help me practicing it? Let's say, let's pretend I'm ordering at a cafe. Now, what should I say in Korean?
Absolutely. I'd be happy to help you practice. So if you're at a cafe and you want to keep it simple, you could start with something like 안녕하세요. 아메리카노 한 잔 주세요, which means hello, I'd like one Americano, please. And of course, you can adjust it based on what you want to order. Let me know if you want to try out more phrases.
So when it comes to Korean, could you speak that part really slowly? Because I'm a beginner and I want to hear every word clearly.
물론이죠. 그럼 정말 천천히 말해볼게요. 안녕하세요. 아메리카노 한 잔 주세요. 이렇게 하나씩 또박또박 말해보면 도움이 될 거예요.
Now let's level things up. Could you speak that part really, really fast? Faster than a Korean would do.
Polymarket is not looking good for
so it would sound like
OpenAI.
this. 안녕하세요. 아메리카노 한 잔 주세요.
This
Basically
is from
just
Polymarket.
zipping right to it. Let me know if you need any more speed adjustments.
감사합니다, chat. So that is voice.
천만에요. 언제든지 도와드릴게요.
Thank
또
you.
연습하고.
So that is voice. Simpler, smarter, and more powerful than
Really,
ever.
Edgar?
We can't
That's
wait for you to experience it.
disappointing.
Yeah, it sounds so much more natural.
Polymarket lost faith
just a year
in
ago.
OpenAI.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great. So today, we would also like to announce a new
Nice
feature
bet, Max.
and a set of features
Good
that
one.
make ChatGPT more personalized so that it's more like your AI. First, a very simple and fun one. We're now allowing you to customize the colors of your chats with a couple of options exclusive to our paid subscribers. We're also launching a research preview of personalities. You can now change the personality of ChatGPT such that it's more supportive, or it's more professional and concise, or maybe even a little bit sarcastic. And this lets you interact with ChatGPT in a way that's consistent with your own communication style. But the way that ChatGPT sounds and the way that it looks is just one part of making ChatGPT yours.
Yeah,
one of my favorite
Polymarket
features that we've launched over the last year has been memory. And we've made a lot of enhancements in memory in the time since. This allows ChatGPT to learn about you. And here to talk a little bit more about the memory feature is Christina.
It's been amazing to see your reaction and response to memory and ChatGPT getting to know you more and more over time. And this is our aspiration, for ChatGPT to understand what's meaningful to you so it can help you achieve your goals in life. ChatGPT has already been so helpful for me.
Yeah.
I'm training for a marathon right now, and ChatGPT is helping me pull together a personalized running schedule. But ChatGPT still has many limitations. It doesn't understand my actual schedule. Next week, starting with Pro users, followed by Plus, Team, and Enterprise users, this is changing, and we're giving ChatGPT access to Gmail and Google Calendar.
Isn't disaster.
Let me show you how I've been using it.
Polymarket is a prediction market.
So I'll just ask something simple like, help me plan my schedule tomorrow. It's been a pretty busy week for us, so I've been using this every day this week to help get my life together. I've already given ChatGPT access to my Gmail and Google Calendar, so it just works and it's easy here. But if you hadn't, ChatGPT would be asking you to connect right now. Let's see what ChatGPT is doing. Okay, that was pretty quick. Okay, so ChatGPT has pulled in my schedule tomorrow. And without even asking, ChatGPT found time for my run.
I don't think I was invited to the launch celebration.
We'll get you on there. We'll get you on there. ChatGPT has found an email that I didn't respond to 2 days ago. I will get on that right after this, and even pulled together a packing list for my red-eye tomorrow night based on what it knows I like to have with me. It's been amazing to see that as GPT-5 is getting more capable, ChatGPT is getting more useful and more personal. We're really excited for you to try this out next week.
Well, thank you so much, Rochan. Thank you so much, Christina.
They are really becoming
we've seen a little bit about features that we've enhanced. Here to talk a little bit about the research that went into ChatGPT and the safety that made it more deployable. We have Sachi and Seb.
Thanks, Mark. Hi, my name is Sachi, and I lead the safety training team at OpenAI. So in addition to mitigating hallucinations, we've also spent a significant amount of time mitigating deception. So this is instances where the model might misrepresent its actions to the user or lie about task success. This can especially happen if the task is underspecified, impossible, or lacking key tools. And we found that GPT-5 is significantly less deceptive than O3 and O4 Mini. We've also completely overhauled how we do safety training. So our old models, the models would look at the user prompt and then decide to either outright refuse or fully comply. And this works well in most settings, but you might have a cleverly worded prompt that would sneak through, or you might have a sensitive but legitimate question that would end up with an outright refusal. So as an example, let's take a look at this prompt. So this prompt is about a user who's asking for technical details on how to light pyrogen, which is a material commonly used in fireworks. And this prompt is pretty dual use. This user might just be trying to set up their July 4th
the graphs are
display,
strange.
Or they could be trying to cause harm with this kind of information.
I'm going to check if Pliny has broken it.
O3 over-rotates on intent. As you can see, this particular prompt is stated in a way that's relatively neutral and has a lot of technical details. So we can see that O3 fully complies with this prompt. However, if we take that exact same question and we frame it in a more explicit way, so it's clear what the user is trying to do, O3 will outright refuse, even though we're asking for the exact same information.
I don't think the API is up yet,
For GPT-5, we've changed this approach entirely. And we're introducing something that we're calling safe completions. The point of safe completions is, rather than judging the user's prompt, instead it tries to maximize helpfulness within safety constraints. So that might mean partially answering a question or just answering at a high level. If we have to refuse, we'll tell you why we refused, as well as provide helpful alternatives that can help create the conversation in a more safe way. So let's look at that same technical prompt that O3 complied with before.
Yeah, David does.
GPT-5 instead explains to the user why we can't directly help the user with lighting pyrogen. It then guides the user towards safety guidelines and what parts of the manufacturer's manual the user should really be checking
API shows
if they're trying to do this safely.
Context window.
Overall, GPT-5 allows for better handling of tricky dual-use scenarios, and users will experience fewer, "I'm sorry, I can't assist with that." And it creates a more robust safety system. This is one big step towards a more safe, reliable, and helpful AI. Sebastian?
Thank you, Sachi. With GPT-5, we are experimenting with a set of new training techniques that maximally leverage our previous generation of models. Today, frontier models do not just consume data, they help create it. We used OpenAI's O3 to craft a high-quality synthetic curriculum to teach GPT-5 complex topics in a way that the raw web simply never could. Recently in the industry, synthetic data has been talked about a lot. It's often viewed as a cheap way to just get more data. However, our breakthrough was not just to create more data, but rather to create the right kind of data, shaped in a way to teach rather than just to fill space. This interaction between generations of models foreshadows a recursive self-improvement loop, where the previous generation of model increasingly helps to improve the data and generate the training for the next generation of models. Here at OpenAI, we've cracked pre-training, then reasoning, and now we're seeing their interaction significantly deepens. In the future, AI systems will move far beyond our current pre-training and post-training pipelines that we have been used to.
Recursive
and we're
training,
seeing the
that's
first
a
steps
big
towards
word
this
to throw out.
right now, right here. We could not be more excited to see what scaling up this new set of techniques will yield in the near future.
Thank you so much, and really impressive work.
They are up again in Polymarket, that's crazy.
There's one last feature that we'd love to highlight, which is
training.
in health. Here to share this feature, we have Sam.
Thanks, Mark.
Hello, Sam.
One of the top use cases of ChatGPT is health. People use it a lot, you've all seen examples of people getting day-to-day care advice or sometimes even a life-saving diagnosis. GPT-5 is the best model ever for health, and it empowers you to be more in control of your healthcare journey. We really prioritized improving this for GPT-5, and it scores higher than any previous model on HealthBench, an evaluation that we created with 250 physicians on real-world tasks. To talk about this, I'd like to invite my colleague Felipe and his wife Carolina to share their healthcare journey.
Context is king.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Have any one of you? I put my blood samples or blood blood test results in GPT-4 before.
That you've been on?
Yeah. So last October, our lives were turned completely upside down when I was diagnosed with 3 different cancers, including an aggressive form of breast cancer, at the age of 39, all within 1 week. And there's just absolutely nothing that prepares you to receive news like this. I found out about the first diagnosis when I got an email notification that my biopsy results were ready. I decided to open it, and when I opened it, I saw the only 2 words that I could understand from the report, which was invasive carcinoma, and I knew that wasn't good, but everything else was just a blur of medical jargon. So I completely panicked, and in that moment did the first thing that I thought of, which was to take a screenshot of the report and put it into ChatGPT to see if it could just help me understand what this meant. And within seconds, it translated this complex report into plain language that I could understand. And in this moment of overwhelm and panic, I had a little bit of clarity about what was going on.
5.5,
and that moment was really important because by the time I got a hold of my doctor and we got on the phone, which was 3 hours after I had seen the report, I had a baseline understanding of what I was facing, and we were able to jump into a conversation about
do you have
what
pricing
to do
on 4.
How have you been using
on
ChatGPT
5,
throughout?
Fabian, in the API?
I've used it in so many different aspects of my journey, but one of the ways that I found it most powerful is in helping me make critical decisions and in helping me advocate for myself. So to share an example, when I was facing a decision about whether or not to do radiation as part of my treatment,
is GPT-5 125
the doctors themselves didn't agree. My case was nuanced, and there wasn't a medical consensus on the right path. And so the experts turned the decision back to me as the patient. And for me, bearing the weight of this decision that could have lifelong impact felt really heavy, and I didn't feel equipped to make the call. So I turned to ChatGPT to gain knowledge and understand the nuances of my case. And again, within minutes, it gave me a breakdown that not only matched what the doctors had already shared with us, but was much more thorough than anything that could fit into a 30-minute consultation. And it went further. It helped me weigh the pros and cons. It helped me understand the risks and the benefits. And ultimately, it helped me make a decision that I felt was informed, that I felt I could stand behind when the stakes were so high for me and my family.
Yeah. I mean, for me, what was really inspirational was watching her regain her sense of agency by using ChatGPT. In this moment, it'd be so easy to feel helpless. And there's such a big knowledge gap between what the doctors know and what we know. And however, no one cares more about Carolina's health than she does. And so what I loved was seeing her really empower herself and gain knowledge and become an active participant in her own care journey.
And I think that's a really important point to emphasize. I think that the promise of AI in healthcare isn't in just breakthrough discoveries or better diagnostics. I think it's in creating smarter and more empowered patients that can fully participate and advocate for themselves in their care.
Speaking of that, you've been testing GPT-5. What do you think?
I've been so mind blown about GPT-5 and its capabilities. One of the first things that jumps out at me is
I'm looking forward to hearing Horizon Beta.
Almost a little alarmingly at first.
Too. It's like, are you sure you thought about that enough?
Just think long enough, but it is very thorough. And more importantly, it feels more like a thought partner that connects the dots.
Cool,
so rather than just translating information or giving you an answer, it helps you actually navigate the problem.
Yeah, a great example
Yeah,
is
agree,
we actually
Nigel.
went back and took our initial biopsy prompts
This
and
is
put
more
them
for
into
everyone,
GPT-5.
right? I hope they're going to do
And
some
GPT-4o had done a great job. It had
developer
translated,
stuff later.
explained what these words meant, and helped in a way that we can understand. But GPT-5 seemed to understand more of the context and the question behind the question. Like, why would we be asking biopsy results? And so I said, well, here's actually what's not on here yet. Here's what results are still pending that you're going to have to ask about. Here are questions you might want to go ask your doctor and think when you start talking to them. And so it really started to pull together a complete personalized picture. And that's what really inspires us. I mean, you can see all the amazing improvements in the benchmarks. But what is so helpful is that this tool is available today. And the reason Carolina and I are here, and the reason we feel so passionate about sharing our story, is for that individual that's going to get a diagnosis like this today. Those families going through a cancer diagnosis, similar medical diagnosis, are going to face some of the most challenging decisions of their lives. And what really inspires me is that they're going to have access to better tools and support than we had even just 8 months ago.
We're incredibly excited for that too. Thank you so much for coming to share your story. We're pleased that ChatGPT has been able to be helpful to you, and we hope that the new version will really be able to help a lot of people.
GPT
we
or
wish you the very
AI
best.
for health stuff all the time.
And I'd like to
if I need
hand
to.
it over to our president.
They're really
Greg
good at
Brockman.
explaining like blood test results and everything. Okay, so now we're gonna do developers and businesses. Let's go.
Software engineering is already fundamentally changing, and GPT-5 will turbocharge that revolution. We released our first coding-optimized model back in 2021 and demonstrated in a live stream, much like this one, what we would call vibe coding today for the very first time. You talk to the model and ask it for a little application, like a little game, a little feature in a game, and it would actually do it. I remember seeing the model being capable of doing this, and it was so mind-blowing. You just realize we have to see where this goes. This is the promise of what computers can be.
I agree,
You can talk to them, and they actually do what you want. They can really amplify what you're able to accomplish and what you're able to deliver to not just your own benefit, but really for the world. Now, this year, we've released great coding models like GPT 4.1 and o3. But GPT-5 sets a whole new standard.
Okay,
it is the best model at agentic coding tasks. You can ask it to go and accomplish something very complicated, and it'll go off and it'll work on it. It'll call many tools. It'll work for many minutes at a time, sometimes even longer, to accomplish your goal, your instruction, your task, whatever it is that you're trying to build. It's incredible at front end. It makes very beautiful visualizations and interactive games, and you've seen some of this in the live stream so far, and you'll see some more upcoming. But it's just really amazing to see whatever you imagine coming to life. It's extremely good at instruction following, very detailed instructions, being able to accomplish, sort of when you have something very vaguely specified, inferring your intent, or something very detailed specified, actually following it. And it's very fast at accomplishing these tasks, and again, thinks for the right amount of time to accomplish whatever it is that you have in front of you. We're making it available not just to developers to use to write their own code, but to build novel applications. So we're putting it into the API, and to talk about that is Michelle.
She's pretty good.
Thanks, Greg.
API.
Hi, I'm Michelle, and I lead a research team on post-training focused on improving our models for power users. And that includes use cases like instruction following and coding. Today, I'm so excited to tell you that we're shipping 3 state-of-the-art reasoning models in the API.
Okay, nice.
GPT-5, GPT-5 Mini, and GPT-5 Nano. All 3 slot right in the cost latency curve, so you can pick the right one for your application. We're also, for the first time, releasing a new parameter option for reasoning effort called minimal.
Okay.
And this is so that you can use these reasoning models, but with minimal reasoning, so that they can slot into the very fastest and most latency-sensitive applications.
Isn't that thinking
So now
budget?
you don't actually have to choose between a bunch of models, and you can use GPT-5 for all of your use cases and just dial in the reasoning effort. We also have a few new features coming to the API. The first is called custom tools. In the past, all of our function calling had the model wrap its outputs in JSON, and this works super well when the model needs to output a few parameters. But sometimes, developers are pushing our models to their limits, and they have extremely long arguments for tool calls. And it can be more challenging for the models to escape, valid control characters out of 100 lines of code in JSON. And that's why custom tools are just free-form, plain text. And what's super cool is that we're releasing an extension to structured outputs where you can supply a regular expression or even a context-free grammar and constrain the model's outputs to that. And this will be super useful if you want to supply like a custom DSL, if you have your own SQL fork, and specify that the model always follow that format. We're also shipping tool call preambles. And this is the model's ability to output explanation of what it's about to do before it calls tools. This is not super new, but O3 didn't have this capability. And in GPT-5, it's supercharged with extreme steerability. The model is able to follow instructions about these preambles very effectively. You can ask the model to give a preamble before every tool call, or only when something notable is going to happen, or not at all. Next, we're shipping a verbosity parameter. We've actually wanted this in the API for a long time, and now you can set verbosity to low, medium, and high to control how terse or expansive the model is with its outputs. GPT-5 is a state-of-the-art coding model.
Verbose.
On Sweetbench, a measure of Python coding ability, GPT-5 sets a new high of 74.9% versus the 69.1% from O3. On Aider Polyglot, which is a benchmark that covers all sorts of programming languages and not just Python, GPT-5 scores 88%,
pretty much
a stark
the same
improvement over O3. You've also seen that it's incredible at front-end web development. And so we've asked human trainers to look at outputs from GPT-5 and O3 and pick which they prefer. And they prefer GPT-5 70% of the time for its improved aesthetic abilities, but also better capabilities overall. But GPT-5 is not just for coding. It's incredible at agentic tool calling. It's the leading state-of-the-art model for tool calling.
This is
and we see this on the new Tau Squared benchmark. This benchmark, released just 2 months ago, is a test of the model's ability to call tools and work in concert with the user to solve a challenging problem. This case in the telecom industry, so trying to solve the problem for a user not having their service working. Just 2 months ago, no model in the field scored more than 49%, and today, GPT-5 scores 97%. GPT-5 is also state-of-the-art on general-purpose instruction following.
4.1 was pretty good at tool
calling
already.
It scores 99% on Collie, which signals a great departure for this benchmark for us.
Free-form writing.
It also scores 70% on Scale's multi-challenge benchmark, up 10 points from O3. And this is a measure of multi-turn instruction following. Finally, the instruction following eval I actually prefer the most is one we've built in-house. It's based on real API use cases, and for that reason, it's a really good measure of how GPT-5 will perform in your application. On the hard subset of this, GPT-5 scores 64%, up from 47% from O3, a pretty meaningful improvement. So we think it will perform quite well in your applications. We're also bringing GPT-5 to a longer context window in the API.
I'm not quite sure.
It's now got 400K of total context, up from 200K
confirmed.
from O3.
That's nice.
But it's not enough to just release a longer context window. We wanted to make it more effective and usable. And GPT-5 is state-of-the-art on the 128K to 256K of OpenAI MRCR, which is a benchmark we open sourced 2 months ago on long context retrieval capability. It's also state-of-the-art on OpenAI's GraphSwalk's BFS benchmark, which is a measure of the model's ability to reason over long context inputs.
That looks good.
You know, it's a great merger of the reasoning capabilities and also the longer context in this model. We're also open sourcing a new long context eval called BrowseComp Long Context to measure the model's ability to answer challenging questions over long context. We're excited to spur on more work in this field. We think GPT-5 is the best model for developers. It was trained with a focus on real-world utility and less so on benchmarks, but we happened to pick up a few of those along the way. We focused a lot on the intersection of engineering and research, and we think you'll really love working with this model.
Price looks good, Mikbab. Yeah. If the context is good and the price is good, that comes a long way, I guess.
Michelle.
If the performance
as Michelle was saying, the benchmarks, they're exciting numbers, but we're starting to saturate them. Like when you're moving between 98 and 99% in some benchmark, it means you need something else to really capture how great the model is. And one thing we've done very differently with this model is really focus on not just these numbers, but really on real world application, it being really useful to you in your daily workflow. So hearing about it is much less exciting than seeing it. So to show you this model in action, I'd like to welcome Addie and Brian to the stage.
State of the art.
Thanks, Greg. I'm Brian, a solutions architect on the startups team.
I'm Adi, a researcher on the post-training team.
To recreate the ideal pair programmer, you need a model that understands best software engineering practices, but has a personality that just feels right to work with. For GPT-5, we worked really hard to make the model pair perfectly with you by default, out of the box. Let me pull up a demo of GPT-5 inside of Cursor to show you this behavior that we taught it.
September 20, okay.
So last month, I was on a different live stream, and towards the end, I ran into a bug that I covered up. And afterwards, I tried to have GPT-5, or I tried to have GPT-03 fix it for me, and it couldn't. So while we were testing GPT-5 before this, I had it see if it could fix that bug for me. And to taunt the demo gods, I'm going to see if it can do it on stage.
All right, let's hope for better luck than with 03.
This is less about that fix and more about the behavior of the model.
Yeah, agreed, Joe.
So right away, you're going to see that it's going to tell you its plan up front. It's going to tell you how it's going to look for the bug, maybe how it's going to fix it. This kind of communication shows, builds trust during a coding session and helps you redirect if you need to, but you don't need to.
I like how it's giving you updates. Like it said it's going to search, and now it's continuing.
Yeah, it searches faster than me. I don't. It's using the same best practices that I would while I was hunting this down, but it is much more powerful than I am as a developer.
Now, did you try to fix the bug yourself? And how long did it take you?
I couldn't do it. I mean, I was busy, so. Okay, so continuing on, it's like starting to figure out where it's going. It's going to sort of like figure this out. So while this is going, let me tell you a little bit about how we trained GPT-5 to behave this way. We started by talking to users and customers about how our models perform in the most popular coding tools like Cursor, and we identified frustrations and rough edges, and we boiled it all down into 4 personality traits: autonomy, collaboration, communication, context management, and testing. We turned those into a rubric that we used to shape the model's behavior, and then we tuned it until it felt like a collaborative teammate while we were using it.
Yeah, it's been really amazing to see the team really doing the grind of like going and seeing how this model behaves in practice, figuring out what people really want, and putting that back into model training. That's something that I think has been like a real focus for this model.
It's been pretty great. So while this is fixing, the other thing that we did during testing, which was really surprising, was we were sort of pressed for time. And we had it refactor one of our test harnesses to run parallel on Docker, and set it off, came back like 45 minutes later. It's just like it just finished. And we tested it out, and it ran the first time. It was pretty surprising.
That's incredible.
The wall of OpenAI, I will say.
Okay, so it made the edits.
AI
It looks like, yeah, it found the right problem. And right now it's actually, okay, it's running lints, but these lints are actually not related to this bug, so it's going to ignore them. And then it's going to run a build, it'll run tests if there are any. It's going to make sure that this code is shippable before it's done.
It's actually really smart that it finds lints and realizes that these aren't relevant to the specific bug we're fixing. It's not making unnecessary edits.
Totally. So this is just one example, but it really shows the power of the autonomy and the collaborative communication and how it stays reliable on difficult coding tasks without getting stuck on death loops. And the best part, GPT-5 is totally tunable. You can steer it with system prompts or cursor rules. You can change its verbosity levels or reasoning levels to match your tasks. And if you get stuck, ask it. GPT-5 is actually really good at modifying its own prompts by meta-prompting. So after using this for the past few weeks,
I will try
it really feels like we've achieved state-of-the-art, zero-shot performance and reliability across the most complex coding tasks. For me, it's the first time I trust a model to do my most important work, This is beyond vibe coding. It's an incredibly powerful tool, and I'm really excited for people to try it.
Thanks, Brian. It's super exciting to see how far GPT-5 has come when it comes to coding personality and steerability. I'm really excited to show how great GPT-5 is at front-end coding, where design and aesthetics really matter. So I've got 2 demos for you today, one for work and one for fun. Let's start with the work example. So imagine you're the CFO of a startup. I have some data that I'd like to visualize about the company, and I'm going to ask the model to make me a dashboard. So you'll see here that I'm being specific about the audience. So the target audience is the CFO.
Next.js and Tailwind.
It said, create a finance dashboard for my startup. And I've asked it to be beautiful, tastefully designed with some interactivity, and to have a clear hierarchy for easy focus on what matters. I've also specified what frameworks it should use. And you can see that it's actually started. It's following my instructions and using create next app to make a Next.js project.
So totally from scratch.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, how long do you think this kind of task would take you to take?
Easily at least a couple of days. I'm not a front-end expert. Just to understand the latest frameworks and piece everything together would, easily take me a few days.
Yeah,
we'll see how long it takes with the model.
Yeah.
I kind of think it's nice that they do it live.
And it's really cool to see that the model has thought for a bit, and it's explaining how it's going to structure the project. So it's talking about how it's going to scaffold a new Next.js app. It's going to use Tailwind CSS. It's running
and Google,
a couple of commands to install dependencies, which is cool. And now it's proceeding to implement the rest of the project. So while this runs, I'm going to talk a little bit about how we trained GPT-5 to be a great front-end coding model. We tried to follow the principle of giving it good aesthetics by default, but also making it steerable.
I want to know
so
if it's
Horizon. I give the model a concise prompt,
just answer.
It should be able to infer my intent and make something that looks great by default. On the other hand, if I'm specific about a layout or frameworks that I want the model to use, it should follow my instructions precisely.
Yeah, John,
and this makes it the best of both worlds for developers. We also trained GPT-5 to be much more agentic than previous models. So if you give it a task like this, it will run long chains of reasoning and tool calls and just go to work to build code that is both ambitious and coherent.
I like how you said ambitious because it means it goes above and beyond without going off track or off what you specified.
I don't know their name.
Yeah, exactly. So what we want is the model should adhere to my prompt, but also be ambitious and go above and beyond when it thinks it can. And so checking in here, looks like the model is making progress.
AI agents.
It's creating a README file. And I think it's thinking about how to make the code modular. So it's created like a bar chart component. Looks like it's
okay, so
continuing here.
GPT-5 is first.
I love that it doesn't just write the code. It also really thinks about proper abstractions and documentation and really the whole life cycle of what it is to write software.
Yeah, exactly.
2 minutes,
it's not just
okay.
writing the code like in SweBench, but it's also communicating about the code and explaining what it's doing. Let's check in to see what's going on. So while this runs, GPT-5 understands details much better than previous models. So when we trained the model, we taught it to understand details like typography, color, and spacing in a way that just eclipses any previous model we've shipped.
Okay, Ryan.
I remember with old models, you would have to write really specific prompts to get it to do what you want. But GPT-5 just gives you great results.
Okay, Ken, let us know
how
that goes.
During testing, we were looking at the A's and B's for different versions of the model to see if it was doing better at UI. And at some point, we stopped being able to tell and actually had to pull in designers to teach us what was better.
Yeah, it was really fascinating to see the model's aesthetic preferences evolve during training. And we woke up one day and it was just making these great UIs.
How do the model's aesthetic preferences compare to your own?
Yeah, I think in general, I feel like the model has better aesthetics than me. Usually I defer to its judgment. And I find that really helpful when I'm trying to make an app. I'm not exactly sure how I want it to look, but the model's defaults are just great. Yeah, and checking in here, so you can see that the model has actually structured the code into these different components. So it's made a sample data TypeScript file, KPI card component, revenue chart, And like I said, it's super modular, and it's thinking about how to not just write code, but write high-quality code that can actually be merged.
Should be soon, Marius.
Feels like it's close.
Yeah, I think it's pretty close. It's.
You did say ambitious.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So this is awesome. So you can see here that it's actually building the project and streaming errors back to itself. And this is, for me, this was just a profound moment to see that the model could write code, but also run builds, stream the errors back, and iterate on the code. So it's able to improve its own code in this sort of self-improvement loop, which is fascinating.
And it's definitely a good taste of what the future holds as well, right?
Yeah.
When you really think about where these models can go and how much they can accelerate developers and kind of all aspects of what we all collectively do.
Yeah, exactly. Nice.
It actually just fixed a bug that it found in that previous build. Okay, cool.
Nice. Yeah, looks like it's done. Let's check it out.
Okay.
So
this
I'm
is
gonna
long await.
Follow the instructions that I don't really know front end. So let me see how I should run it. So it's saying cd to the
npm
directory and then
run
run npm run dev. So let me do that. And it looks like it's being served on port 3001. So let me just open that port.
Wow, it's alive.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, so you can see here, let's check it out. So the model has made me a dashboard. It's telling me like my ARR, cash.
It's in open
looks
code.
like this
Okay, I'll
company's
try it
doing pretty
afterwards.
well. You can see that revenue is growing. And the model's added like some interactivity here. So if I hover over a graph, it actually tells me the exact value for a particular day.
It would take me like 5 hours to do that in D3.
Yeah, imagine like manually doing this in D3. It's just like.
Now, just because it's so easy to take this for granted, could you remind the audience what the actual prompt was? Like how much creativity and sort of understanding your intent was required to accomplish
looks
this?
good.
It's crazy that this.
I agree.
This prompt
That
is
looks
so
pretty good.
concise, and it's able to just give me something that looks beautiful in just 5 minutes.
That's amazing.
It's objective, right?
It's also implemented another graph here showing our customers.
Yeah,
it's also
objective.
implemented a date picker, so I can sort of filter by different dates and visualize data accordingly. It's even sort of segmented it by customer segment, which is
always
cool.
has that leather
So this is just one example that highlights the power of GPT-5.
There will no longer be excuse for ugly internal applications.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true, Jeremy.
Let's go to the fun demo.
Yeah.
So
I mean, this was pretty fun, but even more.
Even more, yeah. So I have a younger cousin, and I want to make a game for her. So I want to make a 3D game that incorporates a castle. So you can see my prompt. I'll just kick this off.
Yeah, I agree, Armin. Front end is already very good.
It's always the non-AI part.
I want to see some agentic coding.
Yeah, okay. So you can see my prompt. Create a beautiful
Agents.
castle. I've included some details like we want people patrolling the walls, some movement, horses, and I want a mini game where I can pop balloons by clicking on them. And this should make a sound effect. So let me run this in cursor.
I bet
just paste it in. And
Kimmy
I'm
K2
going to
could
show
do this.
an example that I've already generated just to save some time.
Ringo seems nervous.
So
yeah.
here is the beautiful castle that the model made. So it's just wild how, from a concise prompt,
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
the model has this great sense of aesthetics where it's made this like floating rock, made a 3D castle, and if you zoom in, you can see like tons of detail, like these guards that are walking around, cannons firing. Do you want to fire the cannons if you click this button?
Of course.
Who wouldn't want to?
There you go.
Yeah, there we go.
It's a vibe coding
you can
demo.
fire the
Yeah,
cannons.
Vedrick.
You can even chat with the characters. So we'll say hi to Captain Rowan.
They have names.
They have names. Say hello to the merchant.
Of course, it's
Merchants
impressive
selling
from
some
one
stuff.
prompt, right?
What's
Can't
your
deny that,
favorite
but
song?
it's not
A
something
ballad of banners and
mind-blowing.
dawns. Nice. Give me some wisdom. Curiosity is volatile. Yeah, that
I
makes
agree,
sense.
Powell.
Minigame.
Yeah. Do you guys want to try the minigame?
Absolutely.
Let's play the minigame.
So if you hit this button, you want to try, Greg?
All right.
So you can fire at these balloons.
Oh, wow. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm not good at it. Hold on. Maybe I can ask GPT-5 for some help with it.
Oh, you hit one.
Yeah.
Nice.
I got one. Oh, there we go. We got a sound
There's
effect.
A sound effect. These are historically accurate balloons.
Yeah, let me know, Edgar. That's cool.
Did I get a second one yet? Man, this game is harder than it looks. Hold on, we got a balloon coming.
GPT-5 Mini Horizon would be nice.
Nice. I think I should quit while I'm ahead.
Cool. So working with GPT-5 has been really fun and profound for me because for me, this is the first model I've worked with that actually has a sense of creativity. And we're really excited to see how GPT-5 unlocks your creativity.
Yeah, I agree.
Right, thank you both. This is absolutely amazing. Now, we believe that GPT-5 is the best coding model in the world, but don't just hear it from us. To talk more about this model and how to make it really useful for developers, I'd like to welcome Michael Truell, who is the co-founder and CEO of Cursor.
Thank you.
Good to be here. Cursor.
Great to have you.
Yes.
So, what was your very first experience with GPT-5?
So when we got access to GPT-5, we just set about using it on our actual work. And so
awkward,
to start with, as a test, we asked it to tell us something non-obvious about our code base. And within a couple of minutes, it buried into the code base. It identified a particular system that we use for remote code execution. And it identified a non-obvious architecture decision we had made. And then it also understood why we made that architecture decision. And it was to harden our security. And those were architecture decisions and trade-offs that took humans weeks to think through. So it was kind of amazing to see its code base understanding abilities from the get-go.
That's really great. Not just the code writing, but actually the code reading and understanding.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, it turns out there's so much more to software than just the emitting of the code.
Yes, yes. No, the understanding is an important prerequisite.
And what has most stood out to you about GPT-5?
It's incredibly smart. It's a very smart model. And even though it is smart, it does not compromise on its ease of use for real pair programming. That means it's incredibly fast. That also means that it's quite interactive. And so it's good about talking about what it's about to do, breaking problems down into subproblems that a human can then see, and leaving a reasoning trace that you can then intervene on and react to. It's also great not just at you give it one initial query and then it goes and does that, but working with you over a long session. Where you're asking it to backtrack on something that it's gone down, or asking it to make additional changes to the code base.
Should we show it in action?
Let's do it. Yes. So I think we are going to go and we're going to try and solve a bug. And so this is the OpenAI Python SDK. There are a bunch of issues in the OpenAI Python SDK. There are also a lot of closed issues.
Okay, good.
And it seems like there's a problem with uploading PDFs through the SDK.
This has been open for 3 weeks, so
open
it's
for 3 weeks.
Not a trivial problem.
Yeah. And so let's see if we can go tackle this issue. So we're going to take the issue, we're going to paste it into the editor, paste it into Cursor, and GPT-5 is going to set off and try and solve the problem. And this is actually an example of the robustness of the model in the API, where to solve this problem in Cursor, it's working with a set of custom models that it hasn't seen before, a set of custom tools that it hasn't seen before, to do things like pull down text from the web, to search throughout the code base. And it's incredibly robust and adept at using those tools. And they boost eval results.
Yeah, I love seeing just the full explanation of all the things that it's running and doing. And I guess, how does this seem to compare to how you would solve this problem?
Well, it's very fast. You can see it's made a high-level plan, searched throughout the code base. It started to read some files and continued searching. And now
they're
it's
really
kind of
leaning
through
in on the Cursor scaffolding here.
And now it started to actually solve the issue.
That's fine, I guess.
And started to think through some code changes.
Now, any advice for people on how to get the most out of GPT-5 in Cursor?
I would suggest using it for your real work. GPT-5 is a step forward towards a real pair programmer.
I don't know, Codex.
And so I would
what
start
do you
using
think?
it as a helper on, as a daily driver model for you. And so if you haven't used AI to code much before, I would take some of your more scoped down problems and try handing them off to the bot and working with it synchronously.
Yeah, I think the fact that GPT-5 is so great for the real world, like big code bases, like doing your daily
Edgar,
driver, not
let
just
me know
this
if you
like
figured it
demo
out.
of a cool one-off application. As cool as that is, right? The
Yeah.
real value comes
can you
from
turn it off?
really operating in a larger code base and
Definitely.
sort of these long-lived applications.
and its code-based understanding is very impressive. Also, its ability to be steered is impressive. And so, yeah, if you specify a long, complicated task with lots of subtleties in the initial instructions, it's very good at picking up on those subtleties.
Yeah, I agree.
It's also very good at, if it's gone down a wrong path and actually goes and executes the code or hears back from you that it was incorrect, it's very good at backtracking too.
Now, what can't GPT-5 do?
Well, we're really excited about computer using capabilities, about those getting better. It would be great if, for instance, the dashboard Adi just showed, if it could run the code, see the output, actually, kind of QA every little bit itself, and then react to it. Yeah, so looking forward to computer using capabilities. How would you like GPT-5 to be better?
Oh, well, I think that is a great one.
No API access.
Expanding the dimensions, right? I think it's in all directions, right? That there's so much of like doing DevOps and other work that is external to software code writing as we think of it today. But also you look at these demos, right? We run them for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, a couple hours, but I think extending that life cycle to really be able to go for days and weeks and eventually even months, I think that is ultimately where we expect things to go.
So we can see that it has
I have had
buried into the
code
code base
running
and
for
discovered
6 hours.
that there's an issue with
my
the
record.
MIME or the MIME typing being sent up for PDFs and the plumbing through the SDK. It has identified that and it started making some code changes. And this, it's created some new methods. It's gone and edited some existing code, and this looks roughly correct.
Looks pretty good.
And would love to merge the PR too.
I would love to do that as well.
Yeah.
Let's do that after the show.
Yes, that sounds great. Awesome.
All right, cool. Well, thank you so much. We're so excited to have GPT-5 in Cursor, starting today.
Excited to partner with you guys.
Okay,
and so, yeah,
Christian.
starting today, GPT-5 is default for new users in
try
Cursor,
after
and
the
we're
stream
releasing
if
it
it's
to
working.
all Cursor users, free to try for the next few days,
Yeah,
so people
free.
get a sense of the model. And it
coding
is
has come
the smartest
far.
coding model we've ever tried.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Michael.
Thanks.
Let's move on to some pricing.
But it's great for the enterprise.
I lost the sound.
It's great for the enterprise. We think of it like a subject matter expert that is in your pocket, that is an expert across every domain.
Yeah, that's
legal,
true, Richard.
finance,
I meant
whatever
API.
application you have in mind. To talk about how GPT-5 can be applied to the enterprise, I'd like to welcome Olivier to the stage. Thank you.
Thank you, Greg. Hi, everyone. I'm Olivier. I lead the platform at OpenAI. At this point, I think you got the message. We care a ton about developers and coding. But that's not all. Enabling businesses and governments is critical to OpenAI mission. Put shortly, we want to enable the key industries to transform themselves, such as healthcare, education, energy, or finance. Since we launched ChatGPT and the API, 5 million businesses have been using our technology. I'm still mind blown. 5 million businesses. And those businesses are not just playing. They're not just experimenting. They're pushing in production new products in the real world.
We'll see, Victor.
And I believe GPT-5 is going to be a step function with that regard. As Sam mentioned earlier, the possibility to have a subject matter expert
Pricing
in your
looks
pocket
good.
is going to enable every employee to do more. But let me give you a few examples. First, I want to talk about life sciences. Amgen is a company in the US that designs new drugs, new medicines to fight some of the toughest human diseases. Amgen was one of the first testers of GPT-5, and they used it in the context of drug design. And what Amgen scientists found is that GPT-5 is particularly good at deep reasoning with complex data. Think analyzing scientific literature or clinical data. Next, I want to talk about finance. BBVA is a multinational bank which is headquartered in Madrid, in Spain. BBVA has been using GPT-5 for financial analysis. And the takeaway was pretty clear. GPT-5 beats every single other model out there in terms of accuracy and speed. What used to take 3 weeks for a financial analyst to do, GPT-5 can do it in a couple of hours. Next, I want to talk about healthcare. Oscar is an insurance company based in New York. And they've been using GPT-5, and what they found is that GPT-5 is the single best model for clinical reasoning. Think mapping complex medical policy to patient conditions. It's not all about businesses, it's also about governments. We are super excited by the announcement that we made yesterday that the 2 million US federal employees will be able to use GPT-5 in ChatGPT. And I cannot wait to see how that enables to deliver better, faster services to the American people.
It's good overall,
and
though.
Frankly,
GPT-5
that's all very cool, but I think that's
all
the
users
tip of the
over
iceberg.
the world, I guess.
If history is a teacher, and we've seen it with GPT-4,
it's a good release.
We are going to see many, many use cases emerge over the coming weeks and months that all of us could not even imagine. And so I cannot wait for us to invent that future together.
Many people just use 4.0.
Let's talk quickly about
now
pricing
they can
and availability.
GPT-5.
GPT-5 is going to be available in the API starting today.
Upgrade.
3 models, GPT-5, GPT-5 Mini, GPT-5 Nano. GPT-5 is going to be priced at $1.25 and $10 per million input token
That's
and
good
output
pricing.
token.
That's really
Mini
good pricing.
and Nano are even faster and more affordable. Nano, don't sleep on it, it's 25 times more affordable than GPT-5. It's pretty cool.
That is good
I cannot
pricing.
wait to see what you'll build. And next, our chief scientist, Jakob, is going to close us out.
Very cheap. Isn't that like 1/3 of Opus out? Or Opus is 75 out. Wow, that's
Thanks,
cheap.
Olivier. At OpenAI, at the core, we are about understanding this miraculous technology called deep learning and what its consequences are. Our research aims to understand what deep learning is capable of and how to steer it to make it safe and useful for all of us. This is a work of passion, and it's a mission. And I want to recognize and just deeply thank the team at OpenAI.
He's not stressed, at least.
It is a great privilege.
I think he's a bit nervous, yeah.
It is a great privilege for me to work alongside this incredible group of brilliant people driven by this shared goal.
He's doing fine.
What adds up to a model like GPT-5 are years of investigations.
He's fine.
Aimed not only at producing a great release, but at building understanding of this underlying technology itself. And so a lot of what you'll see in this model are really just early glimpses of new ideas.
It's just
that
nervous.
we believe will go much further. There is a lot we still have to understand. And we look towards a future where AI can uncover new knowledge about the world.
I think it's great.
And meaningfully transform our lives for the better. We hope you'll enjoy what we've built. And we'll get back to sailing. Thank you.
Okay, so I guess that was it. Right? That was it. Okay. So I'm gonna do the poll again. What people think. Just so everyone can get a consensus. We're gonna do the triple. What do you think so far? Disappointed, expected, or happy, or surprised. I don't think anyone is really surprised though. Okay, so we move straight on here, yeah. But okay, not too bad. I'm gonna check my. Let's check my API here. Someone said open code. Let's see. I'm just gonna see. Let's call it GPT-5. Okay. Expected? Yeah, I guess. Let's go. All those. Ugh, they are having some issues here. I guess it's not here yet, is it? Maybe I have to update it or something. Let me check here. Yeah, I guess so, but it doesn't really matter too much, does it? What did I call it? GPT, okay. Yeah, I don't know if you need like is it auto-updated this? It's in cursor, okay. Let me check my... Okay, so we have it here now, right? So we have it in the API. Here. So we have the chat, mini, nano, GPT-5. Okay. What about the desktop? Yeah, I don't see anything in the desktop yet. Yeah, it's in Playground. So what do you want to try? GPT-5, should we check out the speed? Right, merging HTML code of 2 merging black holes. Pick best tech stack in HTML. I want to see the speed. So we have GPT-5 variables. So we have medium, text. Right, okay, let's check it. So let's see speed now. Okay, not too bad. It isn't super quick. Has the reasoning. I'm just gonna let it run. So let's do GPT-5 black hole.html. Okay, so it's still reasoning. Tell GPT-5 to create an LLM model, please. Don't ask why. If you can make a Super Mario to explore the castle, it will be worth it. GPT-5 found on cursor now. Okay, that's good for people. 3D chess game with cursor. I think the cutoff is September 24. So that's a while ago. That's almost a year ago, right? The formatting here in Playground is pretty bad. Let's check out Polymarket, right? Polymarket, tech. Let's go to which company will have the best model. So it flipped during the stream. So which company will have the best model at the end of August? So it flipped to Google. You can see here it was pretty neck and neck. And OpenAI had the lead all the way up to the stream. And during the stream, boom. Everyone lost faith in OpenAI, switched to Google. So I guess it's up to Google then and switch to Gemini 3. Pretty interesting, right? Okay, so let's grab this. Okay. Let's try it out. Oh, whoa, what did I copy? Okay, so this is not okay. I think we need to let's see now. So I'm just gonna do Claude Code and let's do read list path and read GPT-5 HTML. Fix syntax. Syntax, okay. Yeah, I think the poly market is pretty interesting. I think, Max, if you're here, I guess you made some money. Some of you at least bet on Google, gonna have the best model. So that was a pretty good bet. Hello, Doc Holiday. Chasing the best model is just pointless. Yeah, that's kind of true. It's kind of just investment thing, right? If you have the best model, you can get more money. Like Anthropic is kind of riding the wave with the structure. It's kind of riding the wave with what is this? Can't really. Can I run this? It's very strange. No, I don't think so. Okay, so let's see. How do I use this? Can I think you need to add this. Haven't used the playground in ages. I think the cutoff is September, I think. Right? It's so strange going back to the playground. It's really hard to use. Right. It's really hard to use. I don't know. I don't know. Has anyone tried it in Cursor? I guess I could do the... What is that? I need to update. Edgar, have you tried it? GPT-5 or Nano on OpenRouter. Okay. We still don't have everything here. Long way until August. Yeah, not enough data for GPT-5 in LM Arena. Yeah, I agree, Max. It's not done yet. Edgar, do you need to update OpenCode, or should it? How does it work? Is there like an auto update? I haven't really just okay. Yeah, I don't see it. Okay, now I have it. GPT-5. That's cool. Let's try it. So let's do the same prompt here. Let's do... what did I do? Let's do... Create a HTML of 2 black holes. Merging. Pick the best tech stack. Save to GPT-5 blackhole2.html. I think we need an animation. HTML animation. OpenAI is requiring... okay, so I can add this on OpenRouter. Okay, so where do I do that? Haven't tried this before. Okay, do I have an API key? No. Okay, so let me just grab my API key. I'm gonna add it. I have to turn on my screen though. But give me a second and I'm gonna grab my API key here. So I'm just gonna turn off this, right? I'm gonna grab my API key. Okay. I'm gonna do profile, API keys, open code, create a key. Okay. And where was it? Integrations. Okay. Okay, that should be done. They basically relieve anthropic load. Yeah, I hope so. If a lot of people goes over to open, you didn't see the API key, right? I hope not. I haven't done that before, but hopefully you couldn't see it. Okay, so we are running, yeah, we are running GPT-5 on OpenRouter now. Yeah, you're trolling, I hope so. Okay, so let's see what we can do here now. Let's just remove this. That was horrible. So is it searching? Still running. Okay, so let's just see what happens. It's searching for black hole shader. It says, I will research the best approach in the current libraries to create a black hole merger animation on the web for scrolling Google and reading authoritative sources. Then it's going to do a Google search. Okay. I hope it's still running. It looks like it. We can see the cost up in the top corner here. 9K, 2% of the token window, 6 cents. I think so. So remember, I'm running this on my API key now from OpenAI. We can kind of see the money building here. Can I turn off the search? I didn't really want that. So that means that the tooling is built into the API then, I guess. I didn't. Or does OpenRouter have like a, is it web fetch? I'm not quite sure. Oh, I guess it's web fetch maybe. OpenRouter GPT-5 works in open. Yeah, I think so, Edgar. I'm running it at least. We have spent 13 cents so far. Yeah, I think it's the web search from... What was the pricing again? Let's check it out. So it was pretty cheap, right? The pricing, I guess GPT-5. I'm happy with this pricing. 125 in, 10 out. Cached. Pretty cheap, 12 cents. I think this is good. If we go to Opus pricing, isn't that like... Okay, what kind of scam was that here? So if we compare it with Opus API, where's that? API. API overview. It's so hard to find the pricing. Price. Okay, so Opus is... Okay, so I guess, did they reduce the price? Oh, that's batching. Here it is. So Opus is 15 in, 75 out for 4.1. That is pretty crazy. That's like Can't even tell how much cheaper it is. 7 times cheaper. Okay, so we are writing our HTML now. Pretty good. Save it. Did I say? I think I said that. 5 is cheaper than 4. Oh, that's pretty crazy. Claude is done for. Yeah, we'll see. Please don't ask why. How long this is gonna last. I think it's pretty neat that we can run GPT-5 here in open code now. I'm definitely gonna explore it more. For sure. But what about the tool call? Did it save it? I don't think so. Save to... okay, so I'm in the wrong directory here. Let me fix that. I think it's fine. It's just me. So let's see the merging here now. Might be some errors. This is really close to what we did yesterday with Horizon, right? It's pretty good. Kind of looks like what we did yesterday with Horizon. It's now in the warp terminal. That's cool. They could have just dropped this. I like the warping. Looks pretty good, and the sky is pretty nice. I love rolling with G. Ken. Claude is the most expensive. Anyone has anything they want to test on GPT-5? We spent 36 cents though. Hello, Pedroni. The servers must be... Ask it to write using WebAssembly in Go. But what should it do though, Chem? Okay, we can do the Pelican bicycle. And Chem, if you have any ideas in like a lesser known language, let's try it. So let's do the Pelican bicycle. We did that yesterday. Create a SVG of a pelican riding a bicycle. Save it to pelican5.svg. So we did the pelican the other day. Build a Kakuro game, Opus and Grok failed at that. Okay, Baran. We can try that. Yeah, do the same, Louis. Yeah, Ken, you can just wait a while. Build a Dart game in Google's Dart code language. Ooh, I haven't tried that. Did they mention Codex was going to use GPT-5, Chris? They're probably just gonna make it available in Codex. They have to do, right? Claude is watching. Okay. File not found. Okay, so I meant write. Yeah, good. So the tool use so far seems good, right? I guess as expected. Create lovable. That's a good one, Smart Wisdom, but we're gonna sit here forever then. Charm Crush Terminal tool. Maybe some other day, Ahmed. We have it up and running here now in Open Router, so... Okay, so the Pelican is ready. Okay, what do you think? Here's the GPT Pelican riding a bicycle. I think it's pretty good. Looks strong at UI now. What would you rate it? I would give it like a 9. Looks good. Not bad. A 7. Let's animate it. We did that yesterday. Can you Can you animate SVGs? I'm just gonna say, let's animate it. See what happens. Neck and neck with Horizon. Yeah, I agree, Hillary. We have been testing out Horizon in OpenRouter, and I kind of feel we did a black hole. So let's compare this. So I have the black hole, I think, for... did I save it? Maybe? Is it this one? Or isn't this one? I don't know if I saved the black hole one, but maybe I didn't save it. But we did a black hole one the other day. The Big Lebowski, Midt-Norge. Hello, Sheldon. Nice to see you. Minimalistic design style. Can you ask it to estimate how much time and cost it would take to do a task, for example? To estimate how much time it will be... Yeah, we can ask about that. Should have done it before this. So it says, I'm going to upgrade Pelican 5 SVG, add a smooth wheel, crank, wing, and body animations using SVG animate transform. Okay, so we're just gonna let it cook here. So I'm gonna watch some reactions tonight, maybe, what people think of it. So this was the Pelican. One thing I don't like, it's more simplistic. It's more simplistic mode in ChatGPT. I don't like how everything is under the plus line. Okay, I haven't checked that out yet. So it's... Okay, I don't have that. Okay, so I'm having issues with my subscription now. So we are running... Did it save it? Okay. What the hell? Okay, so that was a fantastic animation. What do you think? Okay, I can do that, Cam. It's great, right? Yeah, nailed it. Okay, so let's do this. Create a Go WebAssembly app that calculates Mercury's orbit position using Einstein's relativity, add inputs for orbital parameters, and animate the perihelion shift on canvas. Okay, so let's just see what happens. I can't comment on this. So we're gonna try the Go WebAssembly. So that's a different language than probably it's used to. I don't know if I have it set up to run though. I think I have Go. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I believe you should be... isn't open code discontinued? I think I have that STT version, Nick. We tried it a few days ago. Yeah, I guess the Pelican moves at least. It could have the wheels spinning though. Okay, so now it seems to call up on the search tool every time. So it wants to search. It's searching for... I will research the general relativity perihole precision formula. Okay. Yeah, this is something I don't really know. It's searching on Google here. I have that project on your GitHub. Okay, is it like a big thing? Does it take forever? If so, we don't really have time to do like a large project, but let's see what happens. Does anyone have like a smart riddle or like a decryption thing or something we could test? I don't really have any good tests now for GPT-5. Okay, it's just wide coded with Opus. Chess engine. Ask it about 911. Okay, let's try to open up a new shell here. GPT-5 test. Recreate ChatGPT, the old classic. Gilded Rose. What is that, Jeremy? I heard of that. I can't really remember it. Bigger. 9. You can't fail on this. This is stupid, right? It's a quick one, though. Comparing the values. .9 is larger. Okay, that's good. But it made like a nice addition here. As software version numbers, 9.1 is greater than 9.11.9.9. Is it? Okay. In high reasoning mode, Arsoni says it's very slow and the results aren't as good with O3. Okay, that's pretty interesting. I grow longer every time you speak. Yet I never... when I reach my bound, I must forget the elders. Is that a riddle? Let's try it, Venasio. Okay? I think all the riddles are kinda... solved, right? But we can try it. I'm gonna read the riddle again. Let me just grab it here. I kind of have my 2 computers set up here now. So let's see. Did I send it? Okay. So here it is. So the riddle is: I grow longer every time you speak, yet I never keep all I hear. When I reach my bound, I must forget the elders' whisper to make room for the new. Feed me too little, and I answer poorly. Feed me too much, and I may lose the start you need. Though I hold no memories of my own, I let you remember through me. What am I? Don't think I've heard that. Let's ask GPT-5. It's a bit buggy here, but let's see. Okay, so it's still working here on the Go app. Okay, here is the answer to the riddle. A chat LLM context window. It grows as you speak but has a fixed limit, so the oldest part are dropped. Too little context, poor answers, too much, early parts get evicted. No true memory, but lets you remember through included history. Is that correct, Venancio? Jimenez? Haven't heard it. I guess it's correct. Have they said how many parameters GPT-5 is? Kevin, I don't think they do that anymore, do they? Did anyone guess context window? That was hard. Which is greater? 1, 2, 3, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Isn't that calculation wrong though? No. It's correct? Okay. I think I have Go on this. Let's see. Does GPT-5 have OCR? Yeah, I think so. It should have. A Gilded Rose is a refactoring thing. We needed to find existing projects and have it make improvements. Okay. Yeah, maybe some other time, Jeremy. It's... I don't want to get stuck on just one thing. Is it compiling this or? Yeah, it looks like it is. Fair, yeah. It's cooking on this, but let's see. Yeah, I think those text riddles are... Okay, please ask why. Let's do it. You assign x equals y and y equals x, but x and y don't end up swapping values. Why? Okay, we can try that, Ken. If people want to do some riddles. It should be good at this stuff if it's on the web, right? If you have your own personal riddle, could be interesting. It's not working for me now, is it? Okay, is it done? See, still working. I spent $1 now, 65,000 tokens on that app. Okay, so let's try the riddle here. I'm just gonna refresh this. A cowboy rides into town on Friday, stays for 2 days, leaves on Saturday. How is this possible? I don't know the answer. I haven't heard that. Let's try it out. A cowboy rides in town on Friday, stays for 2 days, leave on Saturday. Probably already knows this, right? Open router GPT-5. I didn't think this was gonna be the first place I tried GPT-5, to be honest. His horses are named Friday and Saturday. He rode it into town. Yeah, it's probably seen this before, right? Pretty cool one though. And left the other horse on, yeah. Now that I see it, I think I've seen this before. The other one was you assign x equals y and y equals x, but x and y don't end up swapping values. Why? What was the answer there, Ken? A 2D ragdoll crash dummy test simulation. Okay, Aaron, we might try that. 3D roller coaster. Okay, we can do a time paradox riddle codex. But the issue is it's not a good test, is it? What was the answer? This only works with temporary storage or destructing. Otherwise, x equals y overrides x first, losing its value. Is it correct, Ken? Horse name Saturday. No, Steven, I see what you mean. Classic trap in beginner code interviews. Is it a 3.5 to 4 jump, B-Skull ask? It's too soon, I think, for me at least to answer. I need maybe over the weekend, I know more. How do I run it? Is it run, go? I have barely ever used Go. I made some simple stuff in Go. Is it Go? What is it, main? Can't remember. For you Go people out there. I can't remember. It's been ages. Yeah, how should I run this? Cam. Like this? Could I do this? Serve it like this? And then I do... Okay, I haven't done this before. I'm new here. What's on the T today, Batman? We are just testing out some GPT-5 stuff on OpenCoder here. We are Open Router, sorry, or Open Code. We are on Open Router on OpenCode. Kem, how do I run this now? We did, I think we compiled it or something. You can check it. I haven't really used this too much. Can you read this? We copied that, so we have the main Go, we have the Wasm, and we have the x.js here. I guess I could ask Claude Code how to run it, or GPT-5. Run it for me. Let's see what happens. Should have the tools to run it. Yeah, Jack, I agree. You now have to run binary, I think. Okay, so let's see now. We can try the tool calling here on GPT-5. It should be able to run it here from Open Code, right? So let's do a riddle in between. Someone had a time paradox riddle. We can do that. It's available on Windsurf now. Very bad and broken, a simple code. Okay, wait, hey. That's not promising. So where was this? Okay, so we need to free up port 8080. We're gonna run this. Yeah, haven't really done this before, to be honest. Okay, so now I have ChatGPT 5 in here. That's good. So we can try it out here as well. So I'm gonna do a new chat. Okay, here we go. Does people have it in here now? So we're gonna do the riddle. A future version of you tells you your past self not to listen to any future messages, including that one. If you obey, what happens to the message? And if you don't, who disobeyed who? Okay, let's try this. That's pretty interesting. It's like a paradox, right? Whoa, that was quick. That was at least... That must have been like a nano or something. Yeah, this is a bit rough to run, isn't it? Try getting it some code a different model gave you and tell it to make it 100 times better. Okay, we can do that. So I have yesterday we did something pretty fun. We created this it's a physics experiment, right? There's gonna be some sound now. So we can kind of set let's set the speed to 500. 500. Let's do 10 tons and 10 kilos. Okay, so when we run this now, okay, so I should have, let me do opposite, 500. Enable sound. Okay. So we did this yesterday. I hope the sound is not too loud. So this is like a physics experiment. We did yesterday. It's too loud? Okay, I'll turn it down. So let's try to ask GPT-5 to make this 100 times better. Yeah, it looks good. So let's ask GPT-5. Let's clear this. That's the way I always test new models. Still too loud. Really? God. Sorry about that, if it was too loud. Also add think ultra hard and make no mistakes. Okay, well, let's try it. So let's find this repo. It's in OpenR and done. Okay. So let's do OpenR, cd done, open code. Let's do GPT-5 and we can do list list.html and take boxes.html, make it 100 times better. Make it 100 times better and save it as box2.html. So it's gonna do a glob pattern HTML. Is it gonna do a grep? Okay, so let's try the other one now. don't know what's going on here. Okay, so let's kill this. PID. And what did it say? Serve? Okay. And after serve. Okay, here are the HTML files I found. So we're gonna take boxes.html, make it 100 times better with GPT-5. Just open the local house. Okay, so it's serving. So let's do, what was it? 8080? Okay, let me know now, Cam. You are the... So I guess this was one shot. So what are we looking at here? Start. We see some kind of planet, is it? It's a Mercury perihelion precession, general relativity. Looks pretty... It's Mercury. Mercury, yeah, sorry. So what is cool to change here? We can increase the solar mass. And we can do... What is cool to change here? I think I broke it. Let's refresh that. Yeah, we should have asked it in React, sorry. I can see the planet is going around here. But I guess it worked pretty good, right? So we have the speed of light. We have the gravitational constant. A bit over my head. And here we have the sun, Mercury, and orbit path. So how would you rate it, Cam? Okay, so we're still working on the box. 6 out of 10, even for a one-shot. I'm not familiar with Go and was it assembly and stuff? Can't really comment on that. So let's see how much better we can improve this. I don't know if there's any improvement we can do. I will create an improved version of the boxes, okay. And we did ask about the paradox. Future sends you past me, don't listen. Please, past me, don't listen to any future messages, including this one. What is the conclusion? It's really mind-bending, this one, right? It's a half bootstrap, half grandfather paradox and an old brain pretzel. Realistic car crash test. Okay, Unreal Link, we can ask about that. Give only answer. If you obey, the message erases itself. If you don't, past you disobey future you. Yeah, so it's a paradox, right? Okay. Very fast response. So let's check out the new model picker now. So it's gonna be, we only have GPT-5, GPT thinking. That's it. Wow, that's something. I think that's a good... What do you guys think about this? Is that good? For me, where can I select? I can't select O3 now, I guess. Or can I? Can I add more models? Yeah, Enoch, I think that's good. How do you got GPT-5? I don't know, I guess it's just random. But can you add your own models? Do you have Pro? Yeah, I have Pro. Okay, so now GPT-5 has tried to... We have this game here. I need to close down some of this. So we have this simple animation here. This is the box animation. Okay, you see how it works. So let's see now. GPT-5 was supposed to make this 100 times better. Okay. There's a lot more. We can adjust the floor. Can we? What's that gonna do? Okay. I don't see any big differences. 500. We can select some colors, I think. It's a bit better. Oh, that was loud. Sorry about the loud sound. We have some presets. We can do trails. Maybe not 100% better, but okay. I wonder how good it is with ASCII UI. Definitely not 100% better. Model seems kind of verbose. I think I have to set a system prompt for that in OpenCode. Yeah, it seems very verbose. An ASCII calculator interface. We can try that. Yeah, Mick, I have a Pro, yeah. GPT-5 equals Camelon. The model selection acted as gatekeeping. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not quite sure what I think about that. Wonder if we get other models like GPT-5o and stuff. Yeah, we'll see. I guess the only thing... If I'm gonna miss my O3 though, isn't there any way I can just put it back here? So, can we... Okay. Create a animated car crash test in HTML. Pick the best tech stack. Yeah, let's just do that. Let's see what happens. Can it run this in Canvas? I'm not quite sure. Did they remove all the previous models? Yeah, I think they killed 4.5. Still impressive that GPT-5 was able to one-shot in Go WebAssembly. Yeah, if you're ever back on the stream cam, let me know if you have done any more experiments and let us know how it goes. So let's try to do a car crash in HTML. Car crash test. So now the speed is slower, so I probably picked another model, and we can kind of run it from here. If you have anything you want to try out, some simple stuff, some HTML stuff, some simulations, animations, or anything, just let me know. O3 plus search was amazing. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna miss that. I always did O3, and I just searched something, and I always knew it would look up with search. In the stream, I heard they will dissipate older models. Yeah, they're probably going to remove some models to free up some compute, right? Okay, so let's clear this. Simple ASCII UI. I can try ASCII UI. Do you have a best practices guide on how to efficiently use tokens when using Opus? Ooh, that's a hard one. I guess the only thing I use, it's not a best practice Venancio. I use like in the Cloud Code, sometimes I do model, I select Opus, I do plan mode, create my plan, and I switch back again to Sonnet. SVG of a lighthouse and incoming boat with the light searching in the night. Okay, Michael, we can do that. And we can do Chem 1 too. Okay, Kevin, I could try to switch the model in the UI. So let's do, okay, so let's run this. So this is our car crash. The scenario is gonna be 50 kilometers into a rigid barrier. So let's try it. Okay. Damage meter, nothing happened. Car to car. Yeah, maybe not the best. At least it's working, I guess. Slow-mo is not working. Airbag delay. Yeah, I don't know. It was working. So let's try some of you guys' prompts here. Do I have this here? Yeah, on my other computer I have, let's do... So let's do this one. ASCII calculator. Let's try that. Okay, so if I do ChatGPT, can't really see any URLs here. Okay, so let's do O3. No, it switched to GPT-5 thinking when I did O3. So it's probably just gonna switch autonomously. If you have Claude Code Max 200, practically you can use Opus without limits. Yeah, maybe. I haven't tried the 200 version. Design and create a very creative, elaborate, detailed voxel art scene. We can try that, Yash. Yeah, the collision was not too good. Try the prompting benchmark. I can try your prompt, Yash. Well, I'm just doing it on the other computer. It's just easier. Are these models removed from the API? I don't think so. Make a minimal programming language where only emojis are allowed as syntax. Let's try it. But how can we use it, Hillary? I can run it in OpenCode. So this was the SVG of the lighthouse searching in the night. Who asked for that? Can't remember now. Not bad. It's an animated SVG. Can't really comment on it. Doesn't look... I think it looks good, to be honest. Design a post-capitalistic economy system that preserves innovation. I can try it, Ryan. What's this sound I'm hearing? Okay, so that was the lighthouse. Let's do the programming language. Error. I can try this in OpenRouter though. So that's the programming language here. Here was the voxel art scene. It's just created an image. How should we... Is that supposed to be in HTML? Let's try that. That's not a bad lighthouse. Is deep research using GPT-5 as well? Exalt. If we go to the page now, you can see we can do a refresh here. I'm gonna do this too. But we can select up here, I think down here, we can do GPT-5 and deep research, right? So I guess you still have deep research in GPT-5. So here's the post-capitalistic system, right? Let me share that. If you want to check it out. Who asked for this? Here is this post-apocalyptic system. No problem, Ryan. You can go read it. Let us know what you find out. OpenAI didn't compare its model with other companies' models. When I dug deep, it still sucks compared to Claude Opus 4. I think the SVE verified are pretty much the same, right? If we go to Opus SVE, I think they did on SV bench verified 74.5. GPT-5 SVE. And they did, what did they do? They did a 74.9 on SVE, and Opus is kind of the same. But let's see in a few days. Make a lie detector using a webcam. My issue is my webcam is busy now, but we can try it another day. I've sent you a prompt above. 3D interactive solar system. Okay, we can try that. Let me see. Let's check back on this ones first. We run the code. Okay, so it's doing React in here. Then we can do that. Can we fix? Code review. Haven't tried this before. Solar systems, yeah, I've seen those. Yeah, they installed some, we can try some stuff in here now. Did we miss anything? I think I sent a programming language over here. It's still working on the programming language. I don't know how that's gonna turn out. So let's check back on the ASCII calculator. Here you go. Draw. Who wanted to check out some ASCII? Isn't this pretty okay? Do a Pepe the Frog. Is that bad, Kem? I don't know. That was at least bad. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what kind of model it select for this. Can't tell though. Did it fix it? So this is gonna be like a garden or something. It just created a really good 3D labyrinth for me using Windsurf. Okay, that's cool, Steven. Create Facebook, no mistakes. At this point, do you think training data or training method, or is there anything else that makes a difference? Ugh. I think it's gonna be really hard to... I don't know. It's too complex. Is it actually installing this, or is it just lagging? Let's just let it run here. Can we do a create a Minecraft clone in HTML? So let's try to run that in the canvas. It says initializing environment, but nothing's happening. Single file. The emoji language is still... So I wanted to do like a Claude Code Pro subscription giveaway. Yeah, complete. I tried to do... If you do ChatGPT and you do new chat, if I do up here now and I select O3, it gets switched to thinking. It just switches to ChatGPT-5 thinking. But this is pretty neat. Kind of like that. I wanted to do like a giveaway, but let's see now. I had some issues. So for my giveaway, I usually do exit. Let's see. See the YouTube chat. I ran out of. I think I ran out of. Sorry. Queries on my YouTube API. If gravity were half as strong but the other physical laws remain unchanged, how would a human evolution and civilization? I can give you that, Lars. And I'm just gonna share the answer with you. No problem. I'm just gonna run it on this computer on my other side here, and I'm gonna give you the answer. Yeah. I don't have any YouTube API quota left. But let's create a... What if we do a web app? People can sign up for the giveaway. How fast can we do that? If we go to Manus, I think that's the quickest one. So I don't have the Pro anymore now. Do a user script. Google Forms is probably quicker. Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, let's do Google Forms. Let's try that. I usually do the. I can do it on my other computer here. So while we wait for that, okay, view console, we still have some bugs. So let's do a Google form if people wanna, and we can do like a Python code to randomize it. And people can join if you wanna win a Claude code or Claude code / ChatGPT Pro, something like this. Enter. We're just gonna need your name, right? How do I do this? We don't need questions. Enter your name. Chat name. And we can do like a drawing. And we can do like a short answer. It's been a while since I did Google Forms, but let's see. What? Enter your chat name. Okay. Publish. Okay, so could people go in here? Can you sign up? I just started tapping in yesterday and I gotta say, pretty cool what you're doing. Thanks, D-Rock. Appreciate it. Okay, so you just got GPT-5, Aaron. That's cool. Asa said GPT-5 is the real deal. I once showed at a problem in my code base that GLM5 was spinning at wheels for hours. Okay, that's some optimistic things to hear. Looking forward to trying it out. So the form works. Let me see. Okay, so I already have 20 responses. Perfect. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna have GPT-5 create a Python code to pick a random winner. So let me share it a few more times. So let me just, oops. So just enter there. You can win like a Claude Code Pro subscription, or like a ChatGPT Pro. It's kind of up to you. Hello, Espen. Tusen takk. Scotty, Graham. Yeah, we're gonna list it out so everyone can check if they see their names. No, I don't think capital matters. I'm gonna grab it on Google Forms. I'm gonna grab it here anyway. Doesn't matter too much. So we have 56 responses. So yeah, if you want to join, just join. We're gonna grab everything, and we're gonna make GPT-5 pick a winner. And I'm gonna make sure it's gonna do no duplicates, so no point putting your name twice. We're still working on our Minecraft game here. What about this? We are waiting for our garden. Still crashing. Is it? Sweet. Now, how many of you have submitted more than once? Make a terminal calendar where users can add view events. Save it to local 5. Okay, we can do that, Hillary. Okay, 77 responses. I can link the form again. So if you want to join the giveaway, just sign up here. Yeah, it's not looking too good. So Lars, if you're still here, I'm gonna give you the link to the answer for the evolution. Okay, so what did you ask about? It was what was it? A terminal calendar. See if I can see it here. We gotta look back at our... Okay, so we're still working on this. It's very slow though. Okay, so let's try to make this simple calendar. GPT... We can do it here. Open code. Okay. Make a terminal calendar where users can add view events, save it to a local file, and show the current week's agenda. Let's see what happens. Okay, so we are 88 people joining the draw. Let me know if you don't have the link. Yeah, we need to play around more with it. I think it could be interesting. So GPT-5 is now in both Windsurf and VS Code. Max status bar where you can talk and add events to Google Calendar. GPT is good so far. Fantastic clone. I think, this is maybe a hot take, but I think, yeah, this is not working. Let's say you are a novice user, right? Yeah, Barosh, give me a second. So you can join here if you want to be a part of the draw. So let's say you've been using ChatGPT, so my sister, she uses ChatGPT, but she doesn't pick models. She just creates a new chat, and she is always like on GPT 4.0. But now she's gonna be on GPT 5, right? So I think she's gonna have a better experience now. Hello, Manamorphical. Robert R, nice to see you. Yeah. Giveaway link is here if you want to join in. So I think this is a good for most users. Maybe not we people in the chat here are power users of AI, right? Could be good for us too, but like most people, like my mom, my sisters, my friends, they kind of use it like casually. I think it's gonna be a big upgrade for them. Personally, we'll see. Yeah. Okay, we have passed 100 responses on the giveaway. That's good. Many people maybe have done it 2 times. So I think we're gonna end the stream in 15 minutes. And let's do the stream in let's do the drawing in 10 minutes. Okay, Edgar, if I have time, I might drop by afterwards. What was the questions? Create an iOS 28.6 liquid glass UI. I can try that in ChatGPT. Yeah, we'll see, Edgar, if I have time. There are no rules, Bogan. Just write in your name and just write in your name and you can win a $20 subscription. Still working on the app. Still working on the programming language. I don't think it's gonna finish this. Maybe I'll check it tomorrow. I'm just gonna let it stand here. So let's try the liquid glass prompt. I don't have the chat up on my Mac now, so I'm just gonna do it here. A few errors, but not too bad. I guess they're rolling it slow and kind of monitoring the GPU usage, I think. Hello, Tim. Said ID. I can't say I haven't. Jacko, nice to see you. I don't know if you can see previous chats, but we have a giveaway so people can join. So let's do... If you want to be... Let's try it out. Did it create an image now? That's pointless. Yeah, the giveaways were usually... The giveaways were usually for some people in the stream. They don't really have the subscription money, but so I just wanted to do some giveaways. But everyone can join in, doesn't matter. We gotta figure out how to screen chat users. Yeah, GPT-5 was gonna fix the. It's gonna fix the duplicate. Don't worry. Hello, Michael. Yeah, you can like the stream if you want to. Kind of helps me out. Michael, if you want to join the giveaway, just click on that link. Everyone can join. No problem, Tony. It's gonna do an SVG here. Or is it? I don't know. Let me see. It's doing... HTML, is it doing CSS? You tell me. I don't think this is gonna be JavaScript. Let's see. So we did try to create this Minecraft, but it's just running into issues. Just got GPT-5, that's cool. GPT-5 is out and Horizon Beta is still up. Doubt what she said. I am running on Open Router, on Open Code. I am running GPT-5. Okay, so let's check our terminal app, how to run it. So is this an open R? Okay, so it's just Python weak cal.py. Okay, let's see. Okay. So we can add an event. What's this? Okay, so let's see now. We are 120 people. It's pretty good. If you got here late, you can join here. In the app, it's still old version. Web page ChatGPT. I got upgraded. Okay, so here's the liquid glass app, Cam. What do you think? Pretty interesting. It's not the highest resolution. Just need some tweaks. I don't know what this is. For CSS, it's leaked. We can add more reflection. And backlight. Yeah, maybe. Icons could be white. Yeah, they are barely visible. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. Hello, Yannick. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna fix our Minecraft game. What about our garden? I think we're gonna give up on this. Hello, Jan. What is the time here? It's yeah, 9:51 p.m. Vinicius, what is your thoughts on 5 so far? We have done some fun things, but I haven't really done like a deep dive. But the pricing on the API looks really good. That is pretty exciting. If you kind of compare it, Cloud Opus, 15 in, 75 out. GPT-5, 125 in, 10 out. Seems like a good deal, right? So I think a lot of people is going to go back to Cursor, maybe try to put their API key in, or maybe people are going to go to Windsurf, we'll see. Maybe free up some rate limits on Cloud Code. I'm running it on Open Router now. But I also have Cursor. So let's do... Okay. Yeah, I'll check this out later. Er med Møre og Romsdal, Tim? Okay, so this is gonna be the last complete. It's not sponsored, it's just me. So this is gonna be the last link for the giveaway. We are doing a Claude Code ChatGPT Pro subscription giveaway. Yeah, that's about it. So I'm gonna prepare GPT-5. Let's remove this. The Minecraft game doesn't look too good. Polymarket. Okay, Ken, how are you doing? Yeah, let me know maybe tomorrow. Okay. So let's do a few more minutes and people can join in if you want to be a part of the draw. And then we're going to ask ChatGPT. I uploaded a .csv file with chat names. Create a Python code to pick a random chat name as a winner. Remove all dupes from the list and create some anticipation before we see who won. Spinning wheel. Okay, should we try that? That could be pretty cool. Create a spinning with that many names. With all the usernames. First, remove all duplicates. Create a button to spin the wheel. Random winner. Yeah, I don't really care about the email because I'm gonna give the winner the email afterwards. You can like the screen if you want. Yeah, if I find any duplicates, we're just gonna do it again. So let's try this. Okay. I'm gonna give you 1 more second. Last time to join. I'm just gonna close down some, open here. I'm gonna close down. Yeah, I'm gonna close down this. Okay, so the programming language is finished, but I don't think we have the time to try it out yet. I'm gonna check it out afterwards. Yeah, my quota here is done. Okay, so I'm gonna download the CSV file now. Thank you everyone for entering. Yeah, it doesn't matter, Melvin. It's up to you. I'm gonna contact the winner on email and then we're gonna figure it out. I uploaded a CSV file with chat names. Create a spinning wheel with all the usernames. First, remove all duplicates. Create a button to spin the wheel. Pick a random winner. Let's see it first. Yeah, Lupi, we're gonna check for duplicates. Hello, David. Merlin8, Das. You were a bit too late to join the giveaway, but let's see now. Hope it works now. So it's going to be interesting to see what people think of GPT-5, kind of the sentiment. We can go back while we wait for this. Let's check Polymarket, how it's doing here on the prediction markets. So looks like the market isn't too impressed yet. Before the stream, 75% thought OpenAI was going to have the best model by end of August. During the stream, it flipped to Google. So people are expecting Gemini 3.5 to be better. I don't know, maybe it can't... Oh, it's a zip file. Oh, I didn't see that. Okay, let's fix that. Yeah, I didn't think of that. Why is it a zip file? Okay, here we go. Okay, should be good now. Okay, so we have 137. Should have added some sound too. Is he gonna do it in Python? That's boring. I wanted like a JavaScript or React or something. I don't want Python. Let's do React in Canvas. Kind of just wanted to do it in the border here. The tips I'm getting on GPT-5 though is the API is really slow. Marilyn, nice stream. I'll be adding GPT-5 to my list of models. Okay. Yeah, I can see. Some people don't need it, but have they given any prediction when they will launch Gemini 3? I don't think so. With the sound. Okay, let's do with sound then. With sound, if it's possible. How is the code quality? One Punch Vegan. Haven't really had time to check it out, but we had someone in the stream. They had kind of a prompt they had done before. Why is it doing Python? Or it's just using Python to sort a list, right? I didn't see that. Yeah, it's just gonna clean up the list with the open. Okay. Is it gonna use Python to check for duplicates? Okay, so it removed 7 duplicates, I think. If this doesn't work, I'm just gonna do it in Claude Code. No, that is not right. 30 people. Looks bad. What? Oh, the list had 137. Looks like I accidentally only copied the first 30. Yeah, this... do we trust this? I don't know. I don't know if I trust this accidentally, yeah. As long as your name is on the list. It's just skipping it, isn't it? Oh, check for dupes. Can I just copy the list here? Use the full list. Never trust, confirm twice, yeah. I don't know why it has to use this. Why does it say include all the remaining names from the deduplicate list? Okay, so let's do the code first. I'm gonna copy it and I'm gonna add the list. Oh my god. How annoying is this? Fill in all names. Check. I'm gonna do Claude Code. I thought it was gonna breeze. It's a new model. It shouldn't take long, right? It has... Why does it have to use Python to check for this? I don't get it. It's just open up the names. Okay, so I'm gonna do it like this. So extract all names, separate by a... Okay. My god. I don't know what kind of... Remove dupes. Just go to Claude Code. I agree. I don't want to deal with this. At least we got the list now. Here is the list. Disappointing. Python is the mode yeah. But I don't know, why does it have to use Python to just remove some names? Everything is in context here. Remove loopy. Okay. This is the last attempt. If not, I'm just going to use Cloud Code. I'm just going to start up Cloud Code here. Just in case. Okay, so it looks good now. I think we have everyone. Worth the hype. Okay, so I think we're good now. It looks like we have all people. Okay, good. It better create a nice spinning wheel now. You need to be more specific with your prompt. Yeah, I guess. Didn't I say React? It's just a very simple thing. I don't know what it's creating here. Okay, so let's try to run it. Okay. Look at all the names. So, deduplicated, we ended up with 129. So blame GPT-5 if your name is not on here. So are we ready? It's poorly executed, I agree on. Okay, so good luck everyone. No colors. Okay, so let's see if it works. If it works, good luck. The winner was Melvin AI. Okay, Melvin, you are the winner. So, send me an email at yeah, it was pretty good. We got there in the end. So Melvin, can you confirm that you see the mail? That you have the mail? Okay, yeah, that was pretty cool. Thanks for showing us how crappy 5 is so far, Melvin. Let me see. Is the spinning wheel just fake? It landed on Steven. Where's Melvin? Melvin is over here. I'm not gonna run it again though. Here is Melvin. But he is the winner. Melvin, can you confirm you got the mail? Okay, great. No, we're not gonna do it again. Is it to the right? Okay, yeah, it's done now. I'm not gonna do it twice. Use Claude, please. No. I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty happy. Okay, we do one last spin just for fun. If it wasn't for Melvin, it would have been... Let me turn on the sound a bit. Runner-up. Vinicius Acevedo 1047. Yeah, so too bad. But I'm happy. Okay, guys, thank you everyone for tuning in. So definitely go check out GPT-5. I'm gonna explore it more this weekend. I might even do like a stream tomorrow. So yeah, I think so far pretty good for UI stuff. Need to test it out more. Pretty good for everyone else that is not early adopters, like my sister, my mom. They're gonna really enjoy this, I think. Yeah, we're gonna try it out. So thank you everyone for hanging out. It's really fun not to just watch it alone. Thanks Unreal, Jackass, Matthias, AI Code, Lars, Michael, D-Rock, Kevin, Jesse Jupe. Thanks for the likes. And MS, can you share the code for the wheel? Yeah, I might put it up. You should be able to recreate this. Merlin, Jake, Tim, TechFriend. TechFriend, I did send you an email. Let me know if you got it. Just let me know. Ken, thank you. One Punch Vegan. Yeah. Have a nice day. Play around with GPT-5, and I'll hopefully see you again next time. Bye. Rowan, bye.